Okay, let me just make sure that I'm live everywhere where I need to be live. Okay, I think we're good. Welcome everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena. I am your host, and this, of course, man, is one of those special shows. I always tell you guys, if Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, Banyana Style or UWC are going to be playing, we're going to be live watching here. Banyana and UWC playing their trade, of course, in the Champions League right now. And we watched the UWC yesterday, last night, and then today we're watching Mamelodi Sundowns playing also while Mamelodi Sundowns is playing. What a flex! What a flex to have two teams that are doing the business in the continent, which is incredible. But that game is going to kick off in an hour's time. Mamelodi Sundowns ladies versus FC Masar from Egypt. And then, of course, we have Gallants versus Mamelodi Sundowns, which is the game that we're going to be watching right now, that we're starting with. Welcome, Fananom. How are you doing, Tyler? Okay, so Maruma Gallants and Mamelodi Sundowns, two teams on the opposite ends of the league. Maruma Gallants number 14 in the log with 4 points, just for comparison's sake. And then Mamelodi Sundowns number 2 with 18 points, having only lost one game versus Maruma Gallants that lost 4. Maruma Gallants in their last 5 games have had 3 wins, a loss and a draw. Their last game out being a 1-0 win versus Stellenbosch. Mamelodi Sundowns, on the other hand, 4 wins and 1 loss in their last 5 games. Last game out was a revenge 2-0 versus Polokwane City. Now, these teams have met before very, it's not that long ago that these teams have met. On the 24th of September, Mamelodi Sundowns beat Maruma Gallants 4-1. So can Maruma Gallants come in for revenge of their own? We don't know. Last 5 games, Mamelodi Sundowns has won 5 of those games, all 5 of those games. And Maruma Gallants is yet to get a win versus Sundowns. This, of course, stretching back to 2022 before they were relegated. And then, of course, the starting lineups are as follows. You have Arubi in goal. You have Arubi in goal. You have Kumalo, Tateni, Skosana, Mabucha, Manaka, Dudlu, Tole, Pambariso, Sendami, and Shai. Then on Sundowns' side, 18. Sundowns ivutile. We have Williams in goal, Kekana, Oba, Simvala, and Mudau. You have Mudiba, Mokwena, Alenda Ribeiro, Reyners, and Shalulile. That is the starting lineup. Not quite King RMR up top, but we do have Shalulile that has seemed to find his form back in with Ribeiro, who plays that 10 position so incredibly well for Mamelodi Sundowns. 3 minutes in, guys. There is no. I'm excited. Makesi has made it through to the final of the Carling Black Label. So I believe it's in 2 weeks' time. We're going to see them in the final. Love to see Sundowns get through. And I'm sure the sponsors would love to see Sundowns get through for obvious reasons. But yeah, I want to see what Sundowns can do there. They've been hunting a trophy, a domestic trophy for some years now. So maybe this is the one that is going to get won by them. Let me go to... the bettors.
The game has changed today. There's betting, there's all these people are emotional.
Betting people, tell me. How are you seeing this game going to play out? Last time out it was a 4-1 win for Mamelodi Sundowns, which was over 4.5. Nibona njani le game, my bettors wami, abo Panther. How do you guys see this game playing out? Thank you so much, Search Jen, for the roses. Guys, kupali the gift the rose. Kupali touching screen, man. Tap the screen. Touch screen. Let's see how many likes we can get from here. Like I said, we're watching this game and also keeping track of the other Mamelodi Sundowns game, which is the ladies who are playing that side. Surprise, straight win over 2.5. Yeah, banna. Fananom, thank you, Fananom, for the roses. Okay, so we continue to see this Mamelodi Sundowns that has a lot of teeth this season. They want to go score, they want to play quickly, they want to take advantage of how people are playing. And Ribeiro going wide. Oh, muscled off the ball. And they're going to be playing versus a Maruma Gallants team that also likes to play. Ukos Tendens, as we all know, He loves playing ball. He loves a team that plays ball. And while they couldn't necessarily play the ball earlier on, I think he was just getting into the team. They've progressed a little bit. They've progressed a little bit. So they look a lot better. So let's see what they can do. Tarabone. Straight win, Sundowns over 2.5. If Sundowns make the final, eventually win this trophy, I can guarantee you Pirates wins the league. Mtuwaru. How are you, Masi? How are you doing, Masi? Sundowns to lose. I put 50 rand, says Ulungi. I can't see this game on SABC 1. I'm watching it on 202. I'm watching it on 202. The Sundowns Gallants game. Both teams to score and Mamelodi Sundowns to win. Yeah, man. Yeah. Are you guys Nitembili Gallants? Because I don't trust Gallants like that, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Here comes Mamelodi Sundowns. Already, you're seeing that there's some spaces that can be exploited. The last time they played versus the Gallants had an issue on the left-hand side. The left back was leaving too much space, and they were playing balls behind him. The right back wasn't doing that much better as well on that side. So very, very interesting to see if they continue down that road and if Gallants can fix it. Gallants only came into that game much later in the game when it was already 3-0. It was already 3-0 at that point, or 4-0 at that point, and they were looking for that goal. So I don't think they can afford to do that. Can they afford to attack Mamelodi Sundowns all out? I don't know, because that man at the back, Williams, makes all of the difference. Kana, who said it? Was it Umanu Mekutso? Somebody said it during the week on the live show that Williams is the linchpin of Mamelodi Sundowns. He's the one that makes them tick, that makes them play. He's the one that relaxes the defense, that makes sure that they can hold the ball and invite a press in order to break it. So let's see. Gallants is a very, I'd say, attack-minded team. Nabo. And they're going to commit a lot of people forward. So if Sundowns is going to score from these early exchanges, it's going to come from counters, I think. Ribeiro lining up wide. He's been on the right-hand side, now he's on the left. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's going to be a nice game. Gallants players look pumped up. My mom removed this. Oh, must. Gallants should look to defend for most parts of the game and not want to go pound for pound, says the DJ. No, which is true. Look, easier said than done, but if you can hold out from Sundowns for 60 minutes, for 60 minutes, if you can hold out, you've got a chance, because they tend to become too complacent and relaxed towards the end. When they start making those subs from the 60th minute, it sort of breaks the momentum of the team that was playing. And then that's where you can get your goals. Chiefs almost came back in that time. Royal AMs almost got 2 goals in that last 30 minutes. They only managed to get the 1. That's where Sundowns have looked a little bit shaky. Polokwane City was also able to get their winning goal in the 82nd minute, I think it was, or something. No, late on in that game. That's when they were able to get their goal. So if you can stay, let's say, defensively disciplined and keep your structure. So the big deal is that you have to keep your structure. Don't allow yourself to be pulled left and right, and try keep at least that back 4 sitting as a back 4, right? Don't press them when they have the ball up top. Let them play it at the top through Williams and the defenders, because they don't necessarily play through. Allenda hasn't all the way gotten that part of his game right, the playing through where Williams can play to him. And because Kutsia is also not there, you don't have that first progress of the ball. So maybe you just sit back and watch them. Don't allow them to cross the halfway line. It's just shadowing. But like I said, easier said than done, because Williams also has that very long ball that he plays out to Ribeiro sometimes, that he plays out to Mokwena sometimes when they're in advanced spaces. So that's going to be interesting. A player that I'm watching is Obas. Shemu Obas has come a long way. Was struggling with that partnership with Mokwena, especially with Bafana. But it looks like that partnership is kind of working for them. in the terms of Mamelodi Sundowns, and he's doing the Kutsia role okay. I put my petrol money on this game. I'm risking walking to work this week. Mara, Ryan, why are you risking walking to work, Chief? Why are you risking walking to work over this type of game? Pella, football will kill you a real death. Eh? Football will kill you a real death.
Football can kill you. Will kill you a real death. You will die because of football.
You will die because of football. Making bets like that, Ryan. Just like that, Polokwane City, they should look for their moments. Yeah, look, Polokwane City was just disciplined, like I said, disciplined, structured. They stayed in defensive sets a lot longer than other teams have versus Mamelodi Sundowns. They resisted the urge to go forward too much. I criticized them because they could have maybe hurt Sundowns through Apolis and Chauke, maybe a two-man counter type thing, to not take out the rest of the team or have the rest of the team be, what do you call it, out of position. But I mean, they did relatively well and they won the game. So what more can you say? But yeah, Sipo says Williams makes us play so says it's clear they're trying to find Rainers. Deny him space, man. Oh, by the way, Cesar Amabodu Stadium. When last did we get a Cesar Amabodu Stadium game? Very, very fond memories of that stadium. The final, of course, is going to be taking place at Toyota Stadium, same province. I believe it's close by. Hey, first save. What a shot. Shot there by Umsendami. Gallants will score on the counter, says Soweto Gent. Watching from Bloemfontein. Oh, open mind. How is it there? Have you guys accepted Gallants? Have you guys accepted Gallants? Sundowns is quick and aggressive in the box. That's true. That's true. But if you can, I'd say try man mark Ribeiro as much as possible. Take him out of the game. That's who you need to worry for. Okay, Gallants. Okay, Gallants. Take it wide. Play the ball in. Oh, too far. Too excited, boy. Too excited. Okay, Gallants. They're trying. 2 shots already from Gallants. My question, will Gallants keep the momentum and energy for 90 minutes? I don't know if you need momentum and energy. You just need to make the game boring. Are you patient enough to make the game boring is the question. That's what we need answers to when it comes to this Gallants team. And I want to see the role that Shai plays in the Gallants attack, because it's all well and good to be defensively sound and structured and all of the things I've just spoken about. But if you have no depth, sorry, if you have hey, thought I saw somebody get kicked there. If you have no attacking, what do you call it? No attacking threat. There it is, threat. Then you're just gonna watch Sundowns hit you and hit you and hit you and hit you and hit you until something breaks, and something always breaks. So that's the thing. You have to be a little bit, at least a little bit dangerous. It's a bit tough when you have Mbala and you have Kekana there at the back. This is Bafana basically. Williams, Kekana, Obas, Mvala, Mudau, Mudiba, mokwena. The rest, or Reinas. The others are just foreigners. So this is for all intents and purposes, Bafana. For all intents and purposes. How's it, Lebza? You're a Downs fan. Hey, Mara. Hey, Mara. Baba Uti, long time. How's Piwe? Msapetho celebrate lapha team yakho entsha. Maruma Gallants came for a fight, but they will not last the entire match, says Usipo. This is Bafana versus South Sudan. You guys are so mean. Okay, let's see what Sundowns is going to do here. Someone just take the shot, guys. Kaya will always, I can trust him to shoot. Nihepi. Okay, Nihepi. Let's see. 14 minutes in. They've done well so far. Gallants. Mara, that far post situation. That purpose situation. Do you think it'd be effective? Matala will never call Ribeiro. You guys want Ribeiro? Oh, Ribeiro to Bafana. I mean, I guess. And that's also funny when a player just turns his back on his country. Like, I'm not going to get into there. Let me just campaign. Kio Serino changed nationalities. Maybe the Chiefs... Hey, Chiefs hasn't been able to get people into the national team like that. So maybe he could have been in the national team now. Usirino naye as a naturalized South African, I believe he is. Angifuni leyo nto Siphiwe, angifuni. I think if there's one thing that has to frustrate Coach Mangoba after everything he said, I think if there's one thing, it's at times Sundowns players look complacent, like they look like they're training. And I think Coach Mangoba wants them to be ruthless all the time. What is with these balls? Who are you crossing to that high? So this passing around for no reason, guys. But I want my coach to come back. Hasn't your coach started winning that side? In Morocco. Ashraf, hasn't he started winning? Pass that ball. But I guess you got a corner. I'm happy for you, Mkaya. OT, I guess he saw Rulani is not doing well, go he did, and pulled up his socks. Coach Mangoba did say, guys, that he's not a guy that holds grudges like that. Work it out, and then you guys can go forward from there. We need to consider getting those foreign players. I'm convinced we can go far in the World Cup. Okay. Here's my question. Does the level of the league matter? And the reason why I ask is Ribeiro a world beater, or is he a really good player in the National League, in the PSL? Because I think Ribeiro, when Sundowns went and fetched him, if I'm not mistaken, I heard Fleming saying that they took him from the second division in Belgium. Is the second division in Belgium at the level that you would say you must go fetch players that would warrant that type of investment and going to go fetch it? Or are we just being happy? Think about a Serino, for example. I use Serino. Is he really that good to be a Bafana player, or is he just really good in this league? You can't make it into your country, and I know it's Brazil, so completely different standard. Gallants, what was that? Guys, simple passes, please. Pitso will come back to Sundowns one day, Edmund, I swear. It's going to take a lot. They're still suing each other. It's going to take a lot, let's be honest. I think both parties left that relationship very hurt. Very, very hurt. Dance teams always get better with time. He's just not respected in the boardroom. Rantos, the old dance doesn't respect himself. With the contracts he takes, with the situations he puts himself in, he doesn't respect himself. And remember, Coach Dance won Nedbank, has won the Nedbank. Should be earning more, should have had a longer stay, or at the very least should be moving on up to different teams. He has, but he faced an issue like racism. Why is Coach Mangoba being undermined here? Lebza, and I told you guys a long time ago that Sundowns fans, there's a big group of Sundowns fans that don't rate Mangoba. Last year, while it was still Rulani coaching, last season. Corner Gallants, let's see what they can do. Sereno's very good, only at the wrong club. Rulani is just playing victim. He did that with Seed, now he's running. Ribeiro's top class, though. Never mind where they took him. It's here and there, showing us flames. Okay, so who do you replace then? Who do you replace Ko Bafana? From the Bafana team we've seen now, who gets the X for starting lineup? Oh, that's what. How's keeper Washington and Ruby? Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Just play the simple ball. There we go. Yeah, hold the ball, guys. Play. But this time, the Chiefs game was something else. Ribeiro's top class though. Okay, people are busy undermining our coach. Sereno will fit like a glove in the Bafana system, says Wahib. Hey, we need to go get 2 goals before halftime, says Q-Boy. Why wearing Umbro while supporting Chiefs? Where is it? My alma mater. My alma mater. I don't have anything Kappa though. I don't have anything Kappa. I have Puma, I have Adidas, Marakapa yona. I don't have it. Motsepe's money fixes broken relationships. The DJ, they're fighting over Motsepe's money right now. They're fighting over Motsepe's money. Coach Pitso and Sundowns. They're fighting over the money. People are suing each other. The hour. It's not nice. And it's funny. Sundowns is taking as far as I understand of the case, is taking the road of we want our money back. Hey, yay, 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 Maruma Gallants. Maruma Gallants. Hey, guy, hit you. Hey, Gallants is not playing around. Gallants is not playing around. You replaced Tito. Go benching. Oh, I thought you guys were taking him straight into the starting line. Oh, there's one. Mokwena for Ribeiro. Interesting. False wing. It'll be too tough to say who Ribeiro can replace. I believe he can fit. Maybe if he plays the old Rani, the old Zwane role. Number 10, but from the wing type of thing, where you're not necessarily playing wing play. You're coming inside all the time, but they write you on the paper as a wing. Maybe that could work. I feel Ribeiro deserves to play with Vinny. Yo. Gallants are pressing very well, says Mr. X04. Don't buy Kappa, you're about to leave them anyways. Wow, look, not anytime soon am I going to leave Chiefs. Mara, it's nice, man. It's nice to have you guys teaching me. I've had Sundowns people in my comments telling me I must come to Sundowns. Lebza believes I'm going to come to Sundowns. P-Way, you believe I'm coming to Pirates. You want me to go to Pirates? But it feels nice. I know how these guys feel. I said to you, OT, it's a Gallants versus Makesi in the final. You did say that. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Wahib, you did say that. Where are the yellow cards? I think he's swallowing them for the beginning of this game. I think Polokwane City win motivated the likes of Gallants. Funny enough, after the 4-1 loss to Sundowns, Gallants started playing. Apparently, since then, they've only lost 1 game after losing 4, basically, back to back. Ribeiro is the most complete player. Ausintabi. Babatla re ke tsamaye. Contract ya ka e re khosi for life. For life. Like a relegatiwa. Show ena re tla cover NFT. Ribeiro is the most complete player in the PSL. He can make it on the wing and Apolis on the left wing. The only reason why I pushed back Wahib is that we saw a bit of Ribeiro on the wing last season when he was playing that front three. Zwane, him and Ribeiro. Zwane, him and Shalulile. and he didn't look that bright. The moment he got into that 10, and they've decided that Uzwane is surplus, Uzwane is heading down the Sompoke Kana route here. He actually shone a lot brighter. But guys, Chipazeze is ready for whoever wins this game. Sundowns players need to switch on, otherwise they can lose this game. They're way too relaxed, man. They're way too relaxed. And dare I say it, you know that critique I had of Pirates last season? It's like they both swapped. Sundowns is dangerous. They can score 4 goals if they want to. They're trying to go forward usually all the time. Mara, games versus Polokwane, they've struggled uncharacteristically. You know, and you start thinking to yourself, hi man, is it one of those, like, you know, with Pirates you could feel that this game was not their game. I used to call them Tuesday versus Richard Bay games, Tuesday versus Chippa United, when the game is not like prestigious. It doesn't mean much outside of the points. And you'd see Pirates not like play or lose. Think about Cape Town Spurs, for example. This Sundowns seems like it's one of those, Guti, if you catch them on a bad day, you can do something. What? 'What? Okay, I can't see it. Sorry about that. I wanted my water, but I don't see where this thing is. About to rain this side. Was raining that side, beginning of the game, but it's okay. Let's see. So, oh, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. 27 minutes in, it is still 0-0. Sundowns players need to switch on, otherwise they'll lose this game. This is why Coach Mangoba changes who starts all the time. I just feel like he, how do I put it? I think he just wants intensity, whoever's on the pitch. And the changes are great and the rotation is great. But I think from any player that comes in, he wants something from them. And I think something that Sundowns has to worry about and be wary of is the fact that, again, last 30 minutes, that's where the complacency at the beginning of the season was. The last 30 minutes where they're trying very hard, to I don't know, finish off the game, and they're struggling. So that's where I sit back and I go, maybe that complacency of the last 30 minutes is now starting to come into the rest of the game. And you can't have games like this where you're resting. You can't have games like this. You can only do and play like this after you've taken a 2-3-0 lead, you know? Where you know you're safe. When they played versus Polokwane, it was a similar thing. Like the daisical in attack, not really going forward, not really playing the ball. Yeah, cycling the ball and circulating it and all of that stuff. But never shot a final product. They didn't have the final product, the goals, the shots, and all of that stuff. This is what Mamelodi Sundowns has to look out for, because that's legit how some of the Pirates games looked, the ones that they weren't supposed to lose. Not that they lost because they were outplayed. They were losing because we're just not up for this game. We're just not up for this game. And then Chigi, Cape Town Spurs scores. Now it's lit again. You know, Sundowns think they deserve to win, and Rulani used to warn them about the entitlement to win. Retabile, that's a very good point. That is a very, very good point in terms of, yeah, it's a complacency. No one owns the win by virtue of just being there. Nobody just gets wins in jail. Like, you just roll out of bed and you get the win. You have to work for it. So it's going to be interesting. I wonder if Coach Mangoba will have to write letters now. I bet Coach Mangoba's letter is not going to say, please don't give up on me. It's going to say, I'm giving up on you. I'm giving up on you. Now we'll start again. please come off the pitch. Paris this season reminds me of 2019 Chiefs, win after win after win. Hey, Mara, 2019 Chiefs is a bad example because that didn't end very well. Does this rotation work though? Because these guys look sloppy and not in the game. It's like they lack game time. Nah, this is an attitude game. This is an attitude game. But also the way that they're lining up, man. I didn't like... There's a couple of uncharacteristically Sundowns things that are happening here. Like, for example, Aubrey's crossing balls. Aubrey Mudiba is running up the byline and crossing balls. I don't think we've seen that. I'm trying to think. You look at Ribeiro, he's running to the wide areas and going to the other side. Which is also very... It snacks, man. Sundowns have hit a couple of crosses this game. Already. Are we perhaps not giving Gallants enough credit for their planning against us? Lebza, I'm not too worried about what you guys... how do I put it? I'm not too worried about Gallants. Gallants has come in with a plan. You can see that they're not as naive as they usually were, where they'd be attacking a lot right now. But I think it's more about the intensity of Sundowns. Like, it feels like you guys are okay with just holding the ball and passing it around, and maybe fashioning a thing from a chance, not necessarily, you know, barreling down on them, going hard. You're not seeing that Sundowns. Maybe it's the remnants of Uko's Rani Sundowns who are okay. 1,000 past Sundowns, remember. I think Sundowns are more dangerous. Matthews, Ribeiro. Oti, I can see all... What a guy. I mean, I remember fighting you about Tebza. He just keeps on disappointing me. I still don't know if Tebza fits into this system. I still don't know. And I still don't know what Tebza does in this system without Kutsia more than anything else. Because I don't think he's good at progressing the ball. So now you've got two guys who are not good at progressing the ball. You've got Obas on the one side, you've got Mokwena on the other side. Both of them are not really there for playing the ball like that. They usually leave that to Alenda. So now if you have Mudiba running up the wing and there's no Kutsia, how are you going to build that ball outside of going wide and crossing it? Which is what we've been seeing, that they've been trying to fashion their chances by going wide. And one of the problems with going wide is that you take away Reyners, because Reyners doesn't want to get the ball wide like that. He wants to start wide and make a run inside, number one. Number two, you look at Ribeiro, right? The moment those balls are going wide, you're getting rid of Ribeiro's ability to final pass. So he either has to wait for the ball to eventually get to him, or he has to go himself to go collect on the wings. And I think that is taking him out of the game as well. So I guess we can say kudos to Marumo Gallants for keeping the central areas controlled and forcing Mamelodi Sundowns to go look for wide chances, which is something that they don't normally do when playing. The wide chances don't come from a player having a ball wide. It comes from a wide player having the opportunity to run inside. I call Reyners and Matthews. If Matthews was here, Reyners and Matthews are basically Saleng, are basically two Salengs, and Ribeiro gets to play the final pass. But if you can't get the ball to him efficiently enough or quick enough, the defense gets back. Then they mark him out. And then even if he gets the ball, where do you play it to? And then you're going wide and you're seeing the overcooked crosses. So it's an interesting fight right now that they're having. Gallants apply low block and Sundowns have to play it back all the time. Open Mind says, I see Rulani coming back. Yeah? Can Rulani and Coach Mangoba work together? Sundowns doesn't look like they will score anytime from now, says Utobani. Ran Josie says, this game is different from the one called Loftus. You were playing a fresh Gallants, a Gallants that had just come out, with a coach that had just given them something or just been hired. Remember, Dylan Kerr took a lot of the preseason. So I can only imagine. Okay, I just want to get the starting lineup for the ladies' game. Okay, starting lineup for Sundowns ladies. Busija in goal. You have Mbane, Makubela, or Ujus, Makubela, Litsotso, and Biana as the back. Okay, it's a back three. So Mbane, Makubela, and Litsotso are playing back three. You have Biana in the middle. Then you have Rabale and Mtandi. And ahead of them, funny enough, is Udlamini no Ramalepe, which I probably believe is going to be more back five than just having a back three. And then up top, Kikhariete Le Taweti. That is the team for Mamelodi Sundowns in their clash versus Egyptian team FC Masar in the Women's CAF Champions League. A Women's CAF Champions League that they've won twice. There have been three of them. Sundowns has 2 trophies from that. They're going for number 3 this year. What an institution. The complacency is a soft toy from the team. They did that against Chiefs after 4. And the coach wants goals. So Coach Mangoba wants goals. He doesn't care about anything else. Maruma Gallants playing such a beautiful football. Wish them to win, says Umtole. Sipo says Sundowns need to keep this intensity. Gallants will tire soon. Tebza looks lost in this system since Mangoba started. Yeah. Luckily, it's of quality offside. It had to be offside, right? I wish we could look at VAR. Morocco for the Women's World Cup. Yeah, that was off. Sometimes Mamelodi Sundowns will make you look good. The next thing, boom, says Fandenom. Tawani says the finder Sundowns is doing up front. Mangoba Paul. Retabile says Sundowns game has definitely changed from last season. Can I say Rulani is better than the current? I think it's too early. And I think the tough thing is that you're watching 2 almost opposite systems. There's 2 systems that don't have much in common. Okay, a little bit, but don't have much in common with each other. So for example, Mamelodi Sundowns and Rulani loved holding the ball. Holding the ball was the big thing. What did you used to say? 1,000 passes. We need to complete 1,000 passes. Routinely doing 600 passes. Mangoba's team does it too, but it's more of he's hoping that they pace up. Like he's hoping that, guys, when we go, we need to go. And I don't mind you holding the ball, but we need to make sure we're dangerous. If you watch Mamelodi Sundowns at the beginning of the season, when they were starting this season under Coach Mangoba, he had tried to take out that element of holding the ball, especially at the back. The element of inviting a press, the element of knowing that your defenders and Kutsia are very comfortable on the ball. They can play the ball, they can pass it around. So I think what he's given them is that in the moments where they're not attacking, or in the moments where maybe it's a little bit too tough to attack, they can now play the ball at the back. Whereas at the beginning of the season, they didn't have that type of game to them. They didn't have that side, right? So I think that's what he's given the team. But then Ukos Rulani, slow to build, slow to play, 1,000 passes, hectic last 10 minutes. The last 10, 15 minutes versus the 0-0 Sundowns was hell. They would go and throw in the kitchen sink and hit you from every type of angle and cross it in up until something broke. This Sundowns tries to get their job done a lot earlier. But I think for me, they also still suffer from the same late game disease that Abo Rulani suffered from. And when I say late game disease, if you look at the games that Sundowns lost last season, even down to the Cape Town City one where they lost it on that final day, Cape Town City scored late. If you look at ES Tunis when they knocked them out of the Champions League, that was a late goal. If you look at a lot of historical goals that have knocked them out of the Champions League, it's been very late plays that have been the difference. So I don't know if the way that they've changed the team now addresses that problem. I still feel like Sundowns is there for the taking in the last 30 minutes. For some reason, I can't even explain it to you like that. I think they're up for the taking there. And I think if you can frustrate them here and keep them quiet up to this point, then you can get something. Sundowns, like Pep's team, Coach Mangoba needs to win trophies. People won't be convinced that he does, says Masi. Lebukang says we want goals and wins, not useless possession. Tanko Lebza. Tobani says, but right now it seems as though they're hoping for luck up front. Sundowns should ask us Chiefs how to reach the CAF final. You don't play fun. Guys, this is a chance to add a first trophy for him. Says Umasi, surprise. Lebukang says, Rulani fans will never credit Coach Mangoba for the positive changes he has brought in. That will silence all the trophies, according to Masi. Lebza says their fave is failing in Morocco and blaming racism. To be honest, Mangoba likes Hamba Dupree's football. Do you know what's funny? Whenever I say Sundowns, this is what I always say. And I'm going to take it back to Coach Pitso. Coach Pitso, when he took over this team and he started bringing in Abu Mangoba and bringing in Abu Rulani, I think there was a reason towards doing that. So I think that the Shushan and Piano portion of Mamelodi Sundowns, the nice Shugela portion, I think Pitso knew that he couldn't give the team those things. So he brought in somebody who could, make them play ball, that can make them dance, right? And that's what Coach Mangoba brought to the game. And then he also brought in Rulani so that Rulani can be that young, I'm still studying the game and reading every article and coming with all of the different ideas. Under the leadership of Upito. So I think of it as like a triangle. And the one thing that I'm sad about is that we often discredit Coach Mangoba in the role that he played for Mamelodi Sundowns. He was there at your success times. So saying that his football wasn't the football that was played back then, I think is a little bit unfair because he had a very big influence on Mamelodi Sundowns' play, or at the very least the Shushan and Piano portion of it, right? Coach Mangoba is doing something similar, bringing in Fault. Fault is the technical passes and all of that stuff. The only difference is that instead of Steve being play the ball, he's more of the emotional counterbalance for Coach Mangoba. So I think for me, there's a way that Mangoba wants to play, and kudos to him. He's updated his own philosophy a little bit that he saw from the beginning of the season. Now, as I think Agent always says, this season is going to be high risk, high reward for Sundowns. There's going to be some games where you're not going to be able to go forward. You're not going to be able to play. They're not going to give you freedom. Reyners will be marked out. Ribero's not going to get the ball. It's going to be frustrating some of the games, and they might lose games. Last season was a freak season. They might lose games. So, hey, I feel like he's been doing well. He's given you guys results. He's scoring more goals. He's found new life in a lot of these players. I think the stat was that Coach Mangoba has played 32 different players. He's found life in a lot of those players to go find the wins. He's brought in the youngsters. So let's see how the season ends up. I mean, you could be far worse than 6 wins and 1 loss that they had. You could be far worse than getting to the semifinals of the Carling knockout, possibly a final if they can get through this. So that's going to be very interesting to watch. I like Rulani in his philosophy, but Mangoba ball is about attacking. It's not predictable. Isn't that the thing, though, Fananom? I think what I've learned from Sundowns, the Sundowns experience from last season, your system is not necessarily going to be tested now. Your system is you're going to run your system and do your things. But later on in the season, that's when we're going to need to see you. What killed Rulani, I think, and I don't think it killed him actually, but what made the last few months for Sundowns hard for Rulani, honestly, was that players are fatigued. In his own words, he didn't have enough time to sit down with the other players and craft new teamwork craft new gameplay and all of that stuff and get them all into it, right? And that's when the chameleon was tested. And the chameleon towards the end of the season was not chameleoning anymore. Chameleon at the end of the season. So, like I'm saying, I think it's still early. I think people are saying that Coach Mangoba's play is the answer for how Sundowns was knocked out of the Champions League. I think it's still too early to say if that is the case. Those are saying that Rulani's football would have done wonders. I don't know if that would have been the case this year because a lot of teams started figuring out the type of low block you had to play versus Sundowns. So let's see. Guys, at halftime, I'm going to let in 5 people and we'll have a conversation about what we're seeing from this first half. Still hungover from the X, 42 minutes, less ball entries. Pitso gave more credit to Rulani than Mangoba. What does that tell you? No, open mind. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I think I'm fighting against people believing that he was not there. Because at the same token, Rulani, even when he was head coach, said that no, there's times where I have to speak to Coach Mangoba. They advise, they help. So we're not talking about somebody who was not part of Sundowns, was just rifled in. It's somebody who helped build up to this point. And maybe Coach Pitso's point was that Rulani is a new, younger coach who's coming into the game. He's got Instagram, he's got technology, my 5 laptops, what. He's going to be better. Right? It's meant to be that it's going to be better. So, but let's see how it pans out. Like I said, it's still too early to make too many assumptions about how the season's going to end up. Anyway, this Gallants is not going to be a walkover today, no 4-0. Ratabili says, my only issue is that there isn't enough continuity with this team because of the constant changes. Guys, why are you making me sound like I'm defending Coach Mangoba? I understand it. And I understand it from this point. The beginning of the season for teams like Sundowns is usually the easier part of the season. So during the easier part of the season, that's when you start changing people and bringing people in so that you make sure that even just chemistry overall, when I bring in somebody from the bench or from the quote-unquote second team, they're not that far removed from having played with these guys. So it gives you that added bonus of minutes under your legs, minutes in your legs, but also allows you to play with the other players. So right now, when they're winning all the games, that's when you start changing. Later on, you probably stop rotating, but you know that you've seen your squad. But anyway, let me see. 5 people, guys. 5 people to come in halftime. It is halftime. Let me just fix my graphics, and then we'll go from there. Hey, Clara, have they blocked that YouTube channel again? Because I know, let me just check something. I know that last time it was on 199. It was an event thing on 199. I'm probably going to put it on my phone. Yeah, CAF, it's going to be on 199, Clara. Or you'll have to stream it. Okay, let's see who's here. And let's have a conversation about halftime here in Gallants versus Sundowns. Okay. Sebo, thank you so much for the gifts. Sipot, thank you so much for the gifts. Let me see. Mangoba Polo will be tested when they play in CAF. It's not even it's honestly not even about CAF. It's about when you have CAF and you have another game and you have another game and you have another game and if you're traveling and you have to train on Saturday, on Sunday. Kind of they trained on Sunday the one day. Anyway, Master Tyler, welcome to the show. How are you?
Alright, Oti, I'm good. And how are you?
I'm okay, my brother. I'm okay. Tyler, tell me a little bit about what you're seeing from this game.
Okay, my brother. Tyler, tell me a little bit about what you're seeing from this game.
Let's mute, guys. Let's mute.
Tell me a little bit about what you're seeing from this game.
Go on, Tyler.
No, OT. Thanks, OT. Before anything, let me just encourage people to please, man, donate, man, to the channel, guys, man. Let's donate to the channel, please. Let's donate, guys. We love this channel. We want to keep OT here, for longer. Please, guys, let's donate. Yes, man, OT. I think I don't think really this thing here, rotation, it's working 100%. When it's working, it's working. When it's not working, it's not working. You can see now, because these guys they lack game time. They're not as 100% compared to the team that played the last time. You see, now he's going to rotate the team that played the last time, and now he's going to face the similar thing.
Yeah.
They look heavy, and Gallants, they look alive and they look like they want to win this game. You look at Sundowns in the first 12 minutes, there were no shot on target, only 2 shot on targets at that time. That tells you good Gallants was coming very strong at them. And tactically as well, I think they learned something from Pulwana City, how to play against them, because they overload the midfield. That number 10 comes in to support, and then it becomes 4 players against Allende, Obas, and Debuch. And now they are forced now to play the ball, on the right channel or on the left channel. And now also when Rebelo gets the ball, they're forcing him to go wide. So they're not really becoming effective in their box entries. You've seen it, they tried in the first 5 minutes when Ulendo Muda was crossing the ball and they almost scored. But they realized, no, let's overload the midfield, and they're trying to catch them on counter. And they're doing very well. I think if they're consistent like this, they can get something out of this team.
Can I ask something quickly, Tyler? You spoke about the rotation of the team, maybe taking them off their game. How much of it is an attitude thing? Because we've seen this attitude, even in the games where they've done well. There have been passages where it's not that they're being outplayed, Mara. They're just playing J, like they're just passing the ball around J and losing the ball. How much of this is attitude? Because it's something that Coach Mangoba has also pointed to.
Yes, I think you're correct on OT, because you look at the body language, Modiba, you look at the body language, Mokwena. You look at least to Mudao, as much as you can tell now, but he's trying. There is something in this, because this is their A team. But it doesn't look like this is an A team. These are the Rulani products. So I think there is something in their minds. It may be still affecting them, and Rulani. But they need to snap out of it. They need to snap out of it, because they are professional. They need to start playing. They're getting paid. So they need to snap out of it. You can't watch a game like this as if these guys are amateurs. They are sluggish. They can't run. There's run slow. There's no aggressiveness. There's no professionalism. I don't know what I'm watching. It's so disappointing.
For time's sake,
it looks lost.
For time's sake, I need to bring in Zot. Zot, welcome to the show. How are you?
Oh, good in you, OT.
I'm good, my brother. Tell me, how do you feel about this first half from Sundowns?
Disappointing first half. It looks like there's no game plan. Okay, they might have a game plan where they get the ball in the midfield, and then the N1 football onto the wingers coming in to bring in the crosses. But what Gallants are doing very well is those offside traps. You could see they did their homework on this team. And there are 2 things in football. It's either you're going to win on the ball or off the ball. What Gallants are doing is they're doing a bit of both, where they are winning in terms of the defensive duels, where they're going to sit back, having the 6 with playing the 6-3-1. They wait for Sundowns, absorbing that pressure, and when Sundowns gets the balls, sky balls over the defense, it's an offside. And I think it's a midfield battle that's being won by Marumo Gallants, that's giving them a bit of that dominance in the game. They winning those dominant drills and then getting the ball off to. I just think they just need to work on their finishing and getting into the final third of Mamelodi Sundowns. Other than that, Sundowns, they also fighting spirit. I don't think they have that fighting spirit. It's like they're not even playing. It's boring. it's boring. Just I was just thinking, like, when you played against Chiefs, it was never like this. Now it's something different. And back to the thing of rotation. Rotation helps, and also it has advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
You are a team which is playing in so many competitions. You need a team to play in the PSL, you need a team to play in the CAF. So it's going to be very tough, because when you rotate, you still want the same philosophy, you still want that same hard work and energy that you get from your A team with the other teams. So I think it's just getting that balance, and give Mangoba time, guys. He's still cooking, he's still pushing. uh,
Mm.
but I think the Sundowns can still win this game. I've seen most of the games that they've played, they like scoring those late goals. But if Maruma wants to win the game, I think they just need to score that one goal
Mm.
and pack the bus. And Chipazeze is waiting for them.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you something? When you're speaking about this rotation and the team, and that idea, how do I put it? You know what? Let me just ask you the question I'd asked. Do you think that this is how you beat Sundowns? Do you think teams have figured it out that take Ribeiro out of the game, don't allow Reynolds to have space, maybe suffocate the midfield a little bit? Do you think teams have now figured it out and they're like, oh man, Ganti, we can actually play versus these guys?
Yeah, I think Sundowns under Mangoba, very predictable. Straight thing, you get the ball. You kill the people who are controlling the game, which is Ribeiro, Mokwena, Obas. You don't give them space and the opportunity to play. Even when they have the ball, you don't give them the options to play. Even if you give them the options, it's wide. Never allow the ball coming in through the
Mm,
middle. Is
mm,
which is what Marumo is doing.
mm,
And if you close them there, then I don't think there's any threat that they can oppose,
mm.
unless Marumo Gallants make that one mistake. But they've figured it out. I think
Okay.
Sundowns under Rulani was way better, because you never knew what was going to happen.
Mm, mm,
They dominated you, but now we're seeing something different.
mm. Okay. Let me bring in Tuli. Tuli, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, Mr. Uti, how's it?
Man, ngimnandi man Tuli. Tuli na nil man.
Hi, I'm just happy to see Imarumo Kala, they came to play.
Mm, mm,
Because they are playing in this game.
mm,
Because if you can check the squad, let's say Sundowns, I think this it's the exactly same starting 11 that they played against the Kaizer Chiefs, and they dominated that game completely. And now it
mm,
shows with Marumo Gallants, with the squad they have, as much as it's not big name players, they are players they have experience, especially in their PSLs. They have years of experience, most of the players. So it shows. And you know, Polala 10-10, so 10-10 likes his players to play the ball. And
mm,
I think I'm witnessing this on this game. So as much as maybe a lot of people are just they are watching the Sundowns, I mean, I'm watching Gimarumo Kalatine from my side. So I think they came to play. They didn't come here to pack the pass and absorb the pressure and whatnot. They came pound for pound, and so far so good from their side. Let's hope maybe they will be able to manage it throughout the game. But yeah, kudos to Ulokunjana, to Imarumo Galant.
Mina, that's what I want to know, Tuli. Are they going to be able to keep it up for 80 minutes? Are they going to be able to go the second half? What do you think? What do you think, Keith? How should Coach Dens approach the second half?
It shouldn't change because the reason why most of the teams they struggle to keep up is when they are deviating from their normal game plan. So for Imarumo Galant, they playing on their normal game plan. That's how they play day in, day out. So I don't think it's gonna be difficult for them to keep playing the way they are playing right now. So I think they just have to continue the way they are. Hopefully they'll get a chance. And because I feel like this one it is very difficult to predict this game. Either team can win this game. It's so balanced. Yeah.
Let me go to Coach Five. Coach Five, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you?
I'm good, Coach. Coach, tell me, how did you see the first half?
You know, OT, I think the matter here is the arrogance of Mangoba. We just have to be honest. Mangoba is just arrogant.
Yeah.
The same squad that was playing, the same style of play that was playing last season during with Rulani, he was supposed to just continue to where he left off. It's not saying that maybe Rulani is better than him or what. It's for the sake of the team to win. Because the problem is that now Rulani never got bad results for Sundowns. Let's be honest. Rulani did put Sundowns in a very good place. They were very good. They were playing very good, entertaining football. Twara position, maintaining the game, getting those goals and everything. You never find this Sundowns that is so living on the edge to say anytime they can concede a goal.
Yeah.
Sundowns will have 80% of the position for the first half. So seeing this Yabon out is just arrogance from Mangoba to say that I can do what I want. But then what you are doing is basically killing the team, because now this speed football, it's killing mokwena, it's killing Alende, it's only working for players that are used to this kind of football. But let's be honest, Mangoba is killing Sundowns with the arrogance, because he thinks that if he continues with the same style of play, Sarulan, then he would, maybe fans will see him as maybe being Rulani's lapdog. And we're just saying Rulani left. Okay, it's fine. It because of internal issues, not because of things in the field of play. Continue where he left off and just play the football that Sundowns was playing. Because if you can check last game, because of Kaizer Chiefs, it was a matter of proving because of crowd and everything. But then this time, Marumo Colors has nothing to lose, man. They are going all out on Sundowns. They lose, they don't care. They win, they don't care. So it's basically saying that, like one person said, one goal, if Gallants was to get a goal right now, the way Kibonanka thing, I'm telling you, OT, you're gonna say a different story. This is the same thing that made them to be out of the MTN 8 because of this same arrogance.
So then, do you think that maybe that same arrogance is now playing onto the team as well? Because this feels like it's an arrogant Sundowns that feels as though they're going to win anyway. Are they taking on some of the coaches?
It's not rubbing on the... It's rubbing on the players in a very wrong way, because you must remember some players play for coaches. You understand? So that's why you see people saying that Mokwena is not being himself for the season. It's not because of Mokwena, it's lacking because of the play. The coach is very against the player. Let's be honest. The Mokwena of Bafana is very different from the Mokwena of Sundowns. Let's be honest. The coach is rubbing it off in a very wrong way for the players.
Okay. Let me bring in those Piwe. Welcome, how are you?
Oh, Baba OT, long time.
Mangithi usagruva kumnandi le-Orlando, but it's fine.
Yeah, celebrate and no catch up, but I've been to the games. Anyways, I went to the games at least. Maybe that's why I could not jump in with TikTok as well. No, my brother.
First off, what did you think?
I think, man, we just forget one thing. Sundowns does not deserve to win. When I look at this game, I think I'll just be frank. They don't deserve a win, or rather, should I put it in the sense, they are not entitled to win. They need to work hard for the win. And what I'm foreseeing here is Marumo getting lucky with those set pieces on a goal, and then they park a bus and they go through to the final. So if Sundowns is really not gonna put their A game here, I don't see Sundowns going to the finals, and not because they are not good. We know Sundowns, but maybe this is just one of those days where you've tried everything and your oil and grease just seems not to be working with you, but rather against.
Well, this is what I want to know, Spiwe. But it seems like it's not necessarily a tactical thing. It seems like attitude. How does he go about fixing an attitude?
Yes, absolutely, OT. It's an attitude thing more than anything, because think about it. If you've observed in the first half, Ronza has not been playing the way we know him to play. And whenever Sundowns wants to smoke you, Ronza is involved. He's involved in starting the play and all that. And we're not seeing that today. It's more like he's out of the game. Mokwena is also out of the game. And that's for me. You know what I mean? To say Ronza is also not in the game. I'm not saying he's not doing his job as a goalkeeper, but we know he also doubles as someone that gets the play started and he, flip. I mean, they nearly got lucky there or something. but that's actually my observation. I don't really have much to say, but what I can say is if Gallants is lucky for a goal, Mangoba is in trouble.
Okay, no, Spirit, thank you so much. Ungabuyela yo celebrate, eh? Orlando man.
Thank you, brother man. Thank you, Baba OT.
Shout Spirit. Okay, guys, we're in the second half. Second half, we're 47 minutes in. So add 45 to whatever my timer says, and you'll know the exact time. On the other side, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies has started. They, of course, are playing against FC Masar in the CAF Champions League, CAF Women's Champions League. That is on channel 199 for those who are watching. I'm going to be following on my phone and also following this game here. So that is what we are watching right now. Okay. Very interesting. Hey, to me, I can't give links. Hey, I can't give links. TikTok, I can't give links. Okay, this is what I'm going to say about the first half of the game for Sundowns in the Sundowns Gallants game. I think complacency is creeping into Sundowns. And I think it's something that Coach Mangoba has addressed. He's spoken about how his teams, he wants them to be ruthless. He wants them to be up for it every day. He wants them to go out and play hard every game and try to score as many goals as you can and do all of, there's that left-hand side. There's that left-hand side. Oh, there's that left-hand side. He's spoken about it that, the players don't seem to be all the way there all the time. Another interesting thing about Mamelodi Sundowns, guys, this is sounding a lot like the conversations we used to have about Jose Rivero's Pirates team. That there are games where it's not that they're being outplayed, it's not that they're playing poorly, it's just that they're not there. And this is one of those games for Mamelodi Sundowns. They are not in this game. It doesn't feel like they don't want to play this game, or it's, or maybe it's an arrogance where they think that they're going to win this game. But you're seeing it play out. But oh, look, they're starting the second half a lot better. I will give them that. Penene handball. Left-hand side of Maruma Kalan's defense. That was where Sundowns hurt them the last time. Penene, ow. Ow, zachigizinto. As we were speaking about it, Mamelodi Sundowns goes forward and gets themselves a penalty. So they've started the second half a lot better. They're running a little bit more. They seem to be in the game. They've attacked Romaro Gallants now a couple of times where they've been high intensity. Maybe this is what they need in the second half. But yeah, Joseph Paul is boring. Hamba to Chris Football says open meet. Or the SABC Facebook page has the game. Which game? Steph says Mamelodi Sundowns ladies are going to win 2-0. Hey, that team plays. That team. Let's see if Arubi can channel. He's in my timer. Okay, let me fix it. Mara my timer. I'm going to start it there. Okay, there we go. My timer's on time. But penalty, since they get a penalty, that team plays like Rulani's team. Jose Paul is boring. No, but for real, it feels like they've swapped. It feels like Sundowns is playing Pirates' type of football from last season, down to the Saleng comparisons. Down to having Ribeiro running on the wing, sort of like Mfukeng, down to them not showing up for certain games. Even though, to be fair, in this trophy, Rulani got knocked out by TS Galaxy very early on. Hey, Ribeiro with Panenka. Ushabile Peneneya Panenka. Mamelodi Sundowns takes the lead, 1-0. Oh, now the game changes. Now the game changes. Now it's a different game. Gallants is probably going to have to come back or try and come back, and that's going to open a lot of spaces for Sundowns to finally play the transition football they've been looking for. Steph, you didn't tell me that Fatima Tagnaoud left. She plays for Sevilla, no? Random. I know it's random, but I was looking up as far and I didn't see it. But the Kulumba Genoms. Hey, guys. Hey, yo. Hey, Mara. Sundowns ladies, man. Sundowns ladies know football. They know ball, man. Mara, what kind of defending is this? Dance will be furious. No, but this was the same type of goals they conceded in the first time when they, the goals they conceded the first time they played with Imarumo Gallants. Left back was leaving a space there, and it was allowing Reyners was on that side. It was allowing Reyners to run in. It seems like Reyners has changed flanks, or has he gone back to the other side? And that's where Ribeiro was killing them from. Unfortunate for Gallants. Now the game. Nazo? How? Trapelamoto. This is where they need Matthews. Gallants will open the spaces behind. Now the game will have to open up. TS Galaxy coach would kill in Cape Town City. Tinkler should retire. Nimtandela Ramovic so much. What has Ramovic done, guys? In the 3 years that he's been there, he's not even the most successful TS Galaxy coach. That's Dance who won a trophy with TS Galaxy. I don't know. Do we hype these people up too much? The coaches that would do well, I think, with better resources, I think Puti Mohafe, underrated. Polokwane City coach, underrated completely. You think about those type of coaches. You think about your Siemas at times. You think about I don't want to say Coach Barker because Stellenbosch has a lot of resources available to them. I mean, Uramovic, guys. Even Chiefs games, down got a penalty. Mudiba's not consistent. Nabi must go to TS. Nabi must go to TS. Corner Mamelodi Sundowns 55 minutes in. Free kick, Mamelodi Sundowns 12 minutes into the game on the other side. Hey. Oh. Okay, let's see. Gallants equalized Chom. Bravo Chom. Come on, Choma. I'm worried about Mudiba game. It's actually funny. When I saw Mudiba cross a ball, that's when I knew that this game was not for him. And Mango was pushing him really high up that wing, eh? Pasapolo, Mar. There's the counter. There's the counter. Left-hand side. Left-hand side. Left-hand side. He's still there. Hey, Ribeiro. He was a bit too relaxed there. Ribeiro. But he was just kind of very casual. He was too casual there. On the other side, Masar with the shot over the posts. Ribeiro can be selfish. That's the one thing about him. If you don't let him play 10 proper, and you play him up the top, shame. Yo. Gallants is going pound for pound. They're going blow for blow. They really are going blow for blow. That's very interesting, guys. 25,000 likes. And I let people in. Everybody will get a minute. 25,000 likes. So tap the screen, it is free. And kupa gift, it's ngata, guys. Kupa gift, it's ngata. Send down, guys. I say believe. I think what I'm enjoying, and we know from Dance's football, is the transitions are quick. The transitions are quick. They don't want to spend too much time holding the ball. Marker, boy. Ref didn't call it marker. Okay, let's see. I was gonna say, Steph, that we speak a lot about Andile Dlamini having to start for Banyana. But we don't speak as much about how much he's not the first choice keeper for Sundowns ladies. That's the part that people don't speak about. Kaylin is a starting player for, I think it's JVW. So is that a delay conversation about her or just her being popular, actually? Pressure them. Yeah. Nothing opposer, guys. I want us to lose so Rulani can come back. Yo, open mind. Yeah, man. You want your team to lose. Oh, they're showing a rainbow. Tarabone, Sundowns on the attack on the other game. Sundowns on the attack. Let's see. Lost ball. Free kick, Gallants. We love her always, but her health comes first. Yeah, Steph. Besides health. Is Busija South African? The goalkeeper. I wonder why she's never gotten a call up if she is. Where would Laminica? Not Lamini. Who's the under 20 keeper? Who's coming up for the women's side? Okay, Gallants free kick. Oh, just over the guy's head. Wagunini is defender. Says entitled Up the African. Lewang says, imagine the madness. Did not know Sundowns fan. Reynolds is now getting space to run. Oh, she's from Botswana. Okay, makes sense. You can follow him at White Dad. He's coming back to Sundowns, that one. Oh, okay, Botswana. Okay, we'll see just from Botswana. Okay. Oh, would have loved to have. Can you imagine if Rabale wasn't from Mara Defense? Aye, back three. I genuinely thought that Banyana Stylish back three was going to be a back five. But Ramalipe is playing so far high up. Kimang Ramalipe and on the other wing, Kimakubela. They're playing so high up. Look at the spaces. And you can tell that this Masar team is messy. Like, they're not the best technical team, Mara. Hi, guys. Okay, here we go. But thank you, coach, for taking out Mudiba. Yeah, if there's one thing I respect about Coach Mangoba, he doesn't mind making changes, eh? He doesn't mind. Oji's page is filled with Sundowns fans. Go Vuka. Lamini, ne? Lamini, they're playing too far up, man. They're playing too far up. I think they're going to leave the defense open. Washa? Steph, do you know what breaks my heart about Banyana Style here? What breaks my heart is that my fave is not playing. Tolagale is not playing. What if Tolagale was in this game? Shoot on site. Evan Sundown scored. Payne went straight to Miguel FC. Miguel FC. You guys are the worst. Mudiba would not love him if he does that. Love how Coach Steve is encouraging the players. We'll never forget Coach Steve going to Swallows and making them play from the back, leaving Swallows obviously because of the financial stuff, going to Arrows and having a tough time there. And then the moment Rulani left, but loan revoked and they brought him back to the squad. I was so happy. I'm sure he remembered how tough it was to be a coach outside there, how tough it was. Nil already, if you are 10-0 Steph. Do you know Tolagele? Okay, 63 minutes in. Remember, at 45. Did my timer stop again at some point? At 45 to whatever my timer says, and you'll have the time. As we have numbers. 25K, guys, 25K. I let people in. We'll have a conversation. Ooh, I'll be so happy if Banyana Bastile win another one. Sundowns people, can you please speak to your Sundowns? Can you please speak to the Sundowns people there at the office? And can you please tell them to create a kit Banyana Bastile and put 2 stars on top because they've won two Champions Leagues. That way, us who are fans of Banyana Bastile can wear the jersey without you guys accusing us of being fans of the men's team. Please. Kabatino Mhango is coming on for Imarumo Gallants. He's getting ready. He's getting his last instructions. He's getting his last instructions. This Sundowns has been aggressive, more aggressive in the second half. They probably got their hair dryer treatment from Ukosh Mangoba. Why are you playing hero ball? Juice! Speak to your defenders, Juice. Free kick, Marumo Gallants. Juice as captain for me is a highlight, says Steph. This time, this is the time teams get the better of Sundowns. After the subs, after the subs are made, they usually open up. But I won't lie, I'm very impressed with Gallants. Very impressed with Gallants and the way that they've come out and tried to actually play the game. Do you know what I've loved this performance? Sipo says you're a Sundowns. So I'm not a Sundowns fan. I'm a Banyana Bastile fan. Yes, he is. I always say Chiefs is just a place. I'll become a Sundowns fan when this place is branded with Motsepe Foundation. No, don't jump to him. Don't jump to him in your excitement, Mara. That's what Ronwen wants you to do. You are 1-0 down, but just be a little bit patient, Gallants. Gallants now pressing. Gallants now pressing is Sundowns aggressively up front. And that is exactly what Ronwen wants. Play it. Nazo, go. Save, Williams. Saved, came back. Shangetolo. You see these strikers, these players that play in the other teams. This is why Makhupa beats everyone. Makhupa doesn't miss that. Oh no, let's rebound from Ronwen. Makhupa puts it exactly back in. Yeah, but they've been playing, man. I like this. I like this. OT, when last did Pirates win a league? 2011? I think it's 2011. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pirates fans. Please let me know. Gallants giving away the ball too easily. You see, Nomsa, where Coach Rulani's Sundowns was strong. Coach Rulani's Sundowns was strong in that they would take advantage of those chances that they'd give you. So I really want to see what Coach Mangoba Sundowns will be, because Coach Mangoba Sundowns allows teams to attack. And maybe that might be the big difference there. So you guys failed to pick a spot. You see Tebogo is playing his normal game. Obas is not around. Maragarichayets or Obas and Mokwena. They started doing a little bit better for Bafana, but for the most part, the whole 13 years, I feel sorry for Jose. Pirates are not league material, but Benny stopped them in 2017. Came close. Oh! Sakama Piliti. Motaung. This is why Morena comes in. This is not Chiefs where you're going to run straight in and have a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. You're going to have to beat someone. Shot. This guy failed to compose and place the ball, says Unomsa. He slipped. Open mid. We know Motaung. This is Motaung. Mustn't think every game is going to be Chiefs. This game needs a Morena to catch them on the counter and actually be effective in the box. Gallants will regret that miss, as Unomsa. It's going to be an open game. It really is about, well, luckily, they've done the hard work to score the first goal. Motaung did this to us against Nigeria. I'm still in pain since ASAP. Now, what was that from Motaung? They say Motaung slips. Every game he slips. Every game, Papa Jose. Let's be real. Every game is a win for Sundowns. City. Yes. Oh! Rabale. The way Rabale becomes a star when she's playing for Sundowns. Steph Clara. The way Rabale is a star when she plays for Sundowns. We've been saying that Ukosh Des must try her at right wing back. Push took a step over, come up boxing, and just couldn't finish. Oh my gosh. Oh. Star. Not thinking Ramalepe. Star. Ramalepe. I don't know why I said Rabale. Ramalepe. Star Ramalepe. That Pulukwani match was definitely a slip. At least make it 1-1. Look, this is what's going to happen in this game. Or this, they've only got really two options here. First option is that Maruma Gallants. Okay, there's two things that will decide this game. Gallants Sundowns. First thing is, will Gallants run out of steam? 80th minute is where teams sort of run out of steam when they've been playing pound for pound, number one. Or will Sundowns be too sloppy and give away the goal? So it's those two competing things. I don't see Sundowns giving up a goal, honestly speaking. Reina's out, Kutlano in. Ribeiro striker. I still want Ribeiro in the 10. Look at where Ribeiro has to run, guys. Nil-nil still. Nil-nil still, Frank. It's still nil-nil. It's still nil-nil go Banyana style. Champions League winners, guys. Champions League winners. Why do I feel like my time is wrong? 22nd minute, 27. It should be 27 right now. Should be 27. You know what? Let me get rid of this time. It's fine. It's making me do maths. That was not a penalty, says Prasem, handball, man. I'm worried about the counter attack. Makesi. Bagunje. Thinking forward to Makesi already. Strange how Orlando Pirates fans will support Makesi versus Sundowns in the final. Unlike us, who are going to be fans of football in the final, whether it's Makesi versus Sundowns or Makesi versus Gallants, we still have 18 minutes of the game left in order to make sure we decide who makes it through to that game. Again, that's how they do it. We're fans of football, man. Final. Stop dropping back in. Stop dropping back in. Oh, ball. Oh, ball. Ribeiro in the 10. Simple, I think. Ribeiro in the 10. And you'll have the time of your life. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. No, Miami is repeating the very same mistakes. Nimisapho Miami, guys. Umuntu beyahlezi ebenchini. Mara, relax out. This is another thing that Sundowns struggles with. Why are they getting angry at the ref and doing all of this extra stuff when you guys are leading? Don't take yourselves out of the game because you're losing discipline. Don't take yourself out of the game. Sundowns are too chilled this game. It's like they're playing against Copperbelt. And this Masar team is not strong. You can just tell. The counter-attacks that they got early on are possibly just the only real chances I've seen here since then. Sundowns is firmly in control. And this Masar team is new. They're the rookies. So, yeah, they must relax and let the seniors do the thing. Only there was an Orlando Pirates ladies team or a Chiefs ladies team that could take part in these things. Gallants becoming very sloppy and reckless with the tackles. Maybe it's fatigue. I'm telling you guys, 80 minutes, and they'll just die off. How long can you keep this up without getting something here? Man, who's this guy? Killing a shooter. Mchinche tens, mkipe. No, it's still 0-1. It's still 0-1. 76 minutes. Apologies, guys. My timer did some things there. So I'm sorry about that. But time is 76th minute. 76th minute. He also needs Litlaku. He's shooting for stats. Shooting for stats, attempts on goal. Killing, he's been hitting them over the whole time. Can you at least then pass? Barinko FIFA, look for a teammate. Look for a teammate. -1 here. Don't shoot it. You're in a bad position. Thank you. To who? Ow, la chaisana. I hope we don't see Mvala day today. I hope we don't see Mvala mistake day today. I really hope so. I did say they're shooting for stats. To me, I don't have... Sorry to me, but I can't even say it. Maybe somebody can help you there in the comments. Here comes Sundowns again. Very high tempo game now. Kitiwane is a runner. One mistake is 2-0. Yeah, but it's a cup, guys. It's a cup. Would that really be so bad? It's a cup. Islanders KDB. I guess it'd be more like a Rodri to me, but not defensively. But I guess I'll give KDB to Ribeiro if Ribeiro can just stay central. Is Mashiko also crossing for stats? Guys, everybody's playing for stats here. We need Aubrey. Aubrey came off Akirisabel. He wasn't doing the business. Nazo. Ay, man. Be selfish. Oh, banyana ba style. Goal. If it wasn't for him being offside, that miss. Kalansu Tatumechi is food. Tatumechi is food. Steph says I'd give my left toe for that coach's jersey with Coach Jerry. Maramudao, stop. Why are you guys fighting? There's no need to get out of character here. There's no need to get out of character. Corner, Mamelodi Sundowns in the Masar game, Champions League. Over. Shagota, no ways. Linesman only prepared for offsides. And I was asking, okay, for Sundowns, Mudiba and Obas had come off. For Neo Maema and Terence Mashiko. There were other ones made there, but it just hasn't uploaded. It just hasn't updated here. I'm watching 2 games now, guys. Apologies for if I missed some things. Triple Muntu. Masar. Oh, salesman number 10, and Lithaku coming on, Shalulile coming off with Reyners. Oh, salesman. Try double 10, no Costa. How many times was Shalile caught offside today? Magashaiwe. But we've spoken about this. They had some good games, but we've spoken about how Shalulile doesn't work that well with Ribeiro, and it doesn't look like he works with Reyners that well. Especially playing as a central player. Gallants Leona losing the ball so cheaply every single time. Oh, Lithaku. Biana yellow. It was always coming, Steph. When Biana's playing, 81st minute. Then who does he work well with? OT Angeke. You know what's funny? I think he works better with Zwane. Shasha Zwane. I don't know who was it before. You could maybe even go Shasha Zwane Lodge. Because Shalulile will hold the middle. Zwane will want to come into the 10. And Lodge will give you... Oh, what a ball. Ribeiro in the 10. Guys, It's the number on his back. Ribeiro in the 10. The way he finds those passes, and I know that wasn't purely in the 10, but the way he finds those passes, Shem. When he finally has space. Coach Mangoma didn't want to bring both Sales and Kutlano to make it obvious. True. Bring them on at the same time. He's marvelous. Papa was in the 10. Buselfish falls away because he's not that close to the poles. He can find a pass. Wonderful player, Ribeiro. And then he does that. After Ushai spy to Gumnand, you hit the spy tomorrow. You had 3 runners. We had 3 runners off the ball running for him. Sales must join Chiefs. No thank you. No thank you, Bonnie. No thank you. No thank you. 70 million men failed to trap a beautiful pass. Yegelani Sales wabantu man. Yeah, Gallants is gone. Like I said, the tank, guys, Magu empty. Makpele reserve also. Hey, Biana with a late tackle. Biana, always Biana. Unaka being promising for long OT, he's just like that. Look at Coach Dentens, he's so angry. Aye, Pony, which qualities does OT, does Sales have for Chiefs? Sales is another 10. If you're talking about helicopter, you can't play helicopter with Sales. Can't play helicopter with Sales. AFL money was used to get Sales. Nyadala. The technical director was at this gathering, this conference that I couldn't go to. Was at this conference where he was speaking about the process that they go through in order to get players in. So you'll find that he said that what happens is they go and distinctly watch video and do all of that stuff as the technical, the sporting director's technical team will take what the coach has told them that he wants. Then they will go out and do a ton of video analysis and all of that type of things. Then also find out how much people cost, where they are, the club's willing to sell, all of that stuff. And then go to the coaches and say, pick the best one. So Usales came with Yabo Ribeiro, if I'm not mistaken. But they just had to wait for him. Fatima Kesi will do the job, says Umali. Okay, here comes Gallants again. Cross. Ooh. They were looking for that Royal AM cross. Thank you, Ronwen. Tell them, please. Nothing special about this dance of yours. It's like Rulani redid. Of mine, Velile. Of mine. After I've critiqued Uraideng. After I critiqued him so much. Really, Papa Jose, it was I should. Wow. But back to the point, I don't think Sales has that thing. I don't think we need a Sales at Chiefs. Unless it's to supplement, is to help out Sirino with the passing of the ball. Because Sales can do that very well in the final third. But I don't think he's the striker that we thought he would be. He's not an inbox striker. He's not a finisher, a header, and all of that type of stuff. 87 minutes. 87 minutes. No, you played it too early. You played it too early. You played it way too early. Yellow card left, number 7. Mashiko Terrence. Princess, come on. For Marumo Gallants. Gallants maybe has 7 minutes to track it. Oh, there we go. Oh. Relax. You don't need to hit it. Temar. Trapa polo. Ruby sweeper keeper. Played right back in. He's not there. He's not there, Allender. They're too relaxed, these Sundowns teams. Rabale with a shot that just goes wide. Gallants is not scoring there. I told you guys that they're not scoring here. They're going to come back for anything here. Allender knows how to fall down, eh? He knows how to win a foul. Steph, why is the Masar coach in the stands? Is he not registered or something? Such a blatant dive. Sundowns shot there wide. I Gallants itatile. Itatile too much, see. Itatile too much. Ramalepe so underrated. It's because she plays right back for Banyana and she plays right wing back for Sundowns in a 3. She looks incredible in attack. Then some to 10. And then 10. This game is going to end like this. If not 2-0. It was a penalty, nah, Steph. Don't number way. I thought she dived. I guess Vajib stepped in. Penalty to Masar versus Mamelodi Sundowns ladies. Their first group game of the CAF Champions League. CAF Women's Champions League. Come on, Busija. Come on, come on, come on. Don't think they even checked VAR. It looked like a dive to me. But yeah, it is what it is. And they're still taking the penalty. Oh, goal. I think you're a couple of seconds in front of me, Steph. But that's gonna change when this match ends and I switch to Banyan. 1-0 Mazar. Banyana Bastyle are losing. My faves are losing. I can't believe. I can't believe. The ladies were playing a safe game and maybe they'll up the tempo in the second half. It's too late now. They're going to face a low block in the second half. Lapo people were ready to replace Ribeiro with sales during the last game. Ribeiro's too much. You can't replace Ribeiro. Ribeiro's way too much. Okay, Makesi, last kick of the game. Let's go. 93rd minute. 93rd minute. There's 1 minute left of regular. Well, there's 1 minute left of time because we're currently in stoppage time. Look up. Look up. They're all making passes where they can make a run after. Look at Sales. Instead of Mkanangwana Mbole, he tries to play it back. Oh, goal. Two nil. 2-0. So guys, can I ask? Do you still play Momangoba? Do you still play Momangoba? Do you still not rate Mangoba? Sales didn't want to shoot that one. See, did you see? He didn't want to shoot that one. He was like, I want an assist. I don't want to shoot. I want an assist. Arubi couldn't do anything. Arubi couldn't do anything there. What a goal. What placement. That's the placement you need. Okay, it's half time in the Banyana game. Not Banyana, the Banyana Bastila game. Now that was a crazy goal. That was a crazy goal. Miami gets on the score sheet. Okay, there we go. Last kick of the game. Mamelodi Sundowns has won. Okay, guys, so we're going to change to the Banyana game, but I'm going to allow Pirates, Sundowns fans to jump in and let me know what they think of the game. But also, Steph, I know you are watching. Clara, also know you are watching. Could you please also jump in for the Banyana the Banyana Bastyle game? It is. You always want Miami out. Me, I was just asking already. What did Miami do? What did Miami do? Nani, you're complaining about him, weren't you? Don't pin that on me. Let me just get everything right time-wise. Hey, full time. Velile mtakaba.
Mntawaba kunjani?
Ngimnandi man Velile.
Abo dance akusabantu bokuthunywa empini. Hayi ukuthuma abo dance empini.
Yeah.
Hayi. No. What a beautiful game by Sundowns. And as I was saying on my comment, ukuthi dance Law is overrated. There's nothing there. That's why he's been fired 3 times or 4 times. Guchupa United doing the same thing now and again in all these teams that he has coached. I think if Said Ramovic can do better with that team, Gallants than Tentens. This is what he's been doing since the career coach. There's nothing special about him. But a beautiful game by Sundowns. Laba, we don't have to do much as opposition supporter to challenge Sundowns because they are doing it for themselves. They're divided. So Tina, we don't have to watch. we don't have to do much. No, 10 days overrated, Tyler. He hasn't achieved anything. There's nothing. Even this team is going to relegation. He's going to be fired. There's no football there. You cannot do one thing now and again. Not attacking like as a coach. He's been coaching PSL I don't know for how long. There's no improvement in him personally when it comes to the style of play and the purpose of the ball. In every team like Coach I. There's nothing special. He's not taking this team anywhere. But
is he doing a little bit more futhi ukuthi aba convince man Lama fans wakhe good guys.
No, Umangoba is just doing his business on the pitch of play. He's not talking too much and trying to please abanye abantu. He's doing what is good for Yena and what is best for him. That's why you could see in the substitution that he does. He's not afraid to take out anyone, regardless of whatever anyone thinks. He's just implementing what is good for him. And so far, it has been working.
Okay.
So, laba abanye bahlukanisa phakathi abasafuna lo mfo oleku wayidata bamlandele. Manqoba right la.
Let me bring in Rimo. Rimo, welcome to the show. How are you?
Sure, bro. T. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. What did you see from this game, my guy?
Hey, this game, man. No, what I've observed, the first half, this was a different Sundowns. It was a Sundowns of two halves.
Okay.
First half, Sundowns, so there was a little bit, maybe I got anxiety. So, what if they score? What if Ribeiro was off? And as soon as we came back, half time, I don't know what Mangoba told this boys or Baba Tipi staying. Second half, that was a different Ribeiro. He carried the ball more. He made everybody play. Shalulile came into the game. He went goal side in 2 times. The first one, it was a wrong cross. The second one, handball.
Okay.
So I won't know, yeah. The two halves.
Jolly Marumo, yeah, we actually kai 10-10s.
Then he was trying to play ka one side. Kamo our left back kamo Mudiba kamo. It was not working. It was not working. Mohare, I think Mlambo should play. Kola Mlambo should get more game time. Anal Manaka, Edgar Manaka. That would be a great combination. Because we were playing with 2 strikers today. Mbadala Central, Karina Sleshalulil. If they were to put maybe 4 midfielders smaller, Alenda Armakeli that much.
Okay. Yeah.
So they could overload the midfield first half bakra 2 goals unyan.
Remo, for time's sake, I'm gonna bring in Malume Kuto because I'm letting guys speak now because we are watching the Banyana game. It's still Banyana Bastaila game, so it's still half time there. Let me go to Malume Kuto. Malume Kuto.
Hey, Mr. OT. Athiwa uminya man ayakho mnandi ukuminya. Ay ngcono udlalele. Niphila kanje? Kaizer Chiefs
Ritlogele. Hariyo.
Yazi ukuthembela kula matlapa amancane lawa, it's a waste of time. Ngibona umbholo yakho goalkeeper my ball. Ushapa sliding tackle sezinkira mara lo muntu lo. Mara uyiwani mfethu. Next kwakho side kwa. I can see that guy was alone towards the second goal ya Sundowns. Ushapa tackle one uthatha kwendlo uthena over the congratulations. I'm like mara ushisa team wena. Hayi no. Omunguthi le 1-on-1 le Ronwen.
Yeah.
Ashapa Ronwen ka ball full blast. Ronwen had to protect his life. It wasn't about making a save because that ball was straight at Ronwen. There was nothing he could do but save the ball. La matlapa amancane manaye ungibona ungibulala. Sundowns finally la ngingeni. Angiphinde ngithembele kula matlapa amancane. Hayi ngeke. No. Angiphinde ngijoin iGNU Mr. Uthi. This thing feel lento.
Yekelani GNU. For time. Very quickly.
I listen to ama analysis wabantu, ama ratings wabantu. Allow me to say this, and please grab it with a pinch of salt. Ribeiro Costa seems to be overrated. The way ukhuluma ngaye ngakhona. Hayi. Mina mengimbukele bengifuna ukuyibona nje. I said maybe ngiyibhakaniya too much singizinike chance ngibukele ingweni.
Yeah.
Hayi bafethu nina manga nishitshela manga bafethu. He's a good player, but I the way nenza ngakhona. Thank you, Mr. OT.
Okay, no, I'll take it. Let me go to Leago. Leago, welcome to the show. How are you? Leago, Reformer Capital.
Abuti coach, yo.
You're fighting. You want to fight?
No, I don't want to fight. But anyway, Leago, it's botlhari, ne? It's just that,
okay.
know. So,
Okanaka official account.
Yeah. So now this is an official account. So Kile Aho anyway. I think I'll be using it. I will be using this one to join you guys from now on going forward, even on our WhatsApp. But for me, I think Gallants started well. But when you don't have quality, you don't have quality, OT. And I think sometimes then needs to learn that you can coach players to hold the ball and circulate the ball, but it needs to have an end goal. So without an end goal, you can't go anywhere. First half, they used to control the game very well. They forced Sundowns to play the game far apart from each other. If you were to look at first half, Sundowns players were far apart. They couldn't do long. They only had to do long passes. They can't do short passes. But man, I don't know if Sundowns is ready for CAF Champions League. The game was boring. It was just a game where I guess they get the job done, man. As much as we could want to complain, the job is done. They're going to the finals. But the Sundowns, maybe it's a chameleon. I saw someone calling it a crocodile football. Maybe it's a crocodile football. It's they're coming out slowly. So let's see. But I don't think if they play like this, I don't think they'll do the job in the Champions League. But I feel sorry for Dentens, man. He wants to play, but he doesn't. His team does not have the agents in the final third. You can combine, but in the final third, you need to have the agents. You need to take shots. You need to be decisive at what you do. But
then is Dentens shooting himself in the foot, starting Bomlambo on the bench, Bomhango on the bench? Because if we're talking about quality, those players might not be your cup of tea, but they just so happen to be some of the best players that you have there.
I don't think so. If you were to look at the previous Gallants games, the Gallants players, they don't play up to 90 minutes. Mlambo is worse because he's been off football, so he can't even play up to 60 minutes. So I think his idea was, first half, let me play with these players, contain the game. Second half, then we can introduce that our ball players are good on passing, are good controlling the tempo of the game. But Sundowns also came up with another plan. I think that he did. I think if I was a coach, I was gonna do that because Sundowns players Gallants can't play 90 minutes flat. They can't. So I guess then just to work with the players' fitness. Other than that, terrible game. The game was boring, but Sundowns won as always.
No, thank you. Guys, we're going to analyze the game properly tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'm just allowing people to come in now. We're going to go into the second half of Sundowns versus FC Masar in the Women's Champions League. Let me go to Gustavo. Gustavo? Gustavo, tell me about this game. 2-0, Mamelodi Sundowns.
About the Kuto, Ribeiro is overrated. Yeah, it's fine, it's overrated. We agree with you. Skazo Pixar and Avanta, seko. Longest player Sundowns overrated. Alain, the mokwena, they're overrated. Thanks. But yeah, it came first half. I think I like what Coach Mangoba is doing.
Okay.
Learning from his mistakes. You learn as a coach from your mistakes. And beautiful first half by Lontuzani Marumo Gallants, even though they were not effective in front of goal, could have gotten themselves a couple of goals, if I can put it like that. Connected well in a baller, and yeah, they were outmatching us in terms of ball players. And that's how that was a difference between the first half and the second game, whereby good decisions by Coach Mangoba bringing in Neoma. Now we are outmatching them in terms of ball players, because you look at Oba as not a ball player. Already our two strikers, they're not ball players. You have Mokwena, who's necessarily in between the 50-50 in terms of ball playing.
Yeah.
There's no need for those two number 6s in the game, and the number 8. So putting in Neoma, taking out Oba's good decision, and we're able to connect because we had more ball players. And that decision of putting in Olontuzan, Terence Mashego, good decision by coach, bringing energy defensively. I think it helped us in terms of energy, ball recoveries, and we're more, You know, and coach man ngoba ushinda coach Dendens udlala ibhola elimnandi. Kinga manje one. Hey lamagoli man. Yabo iplan lamagoli. Alikho iplan lamagoli. Yabo. Kapa Dinyo Mahango should have started the match cleanly, and that one-on-one chance, I think Kapa Dinyo Mahango could have buried it. You know, but yeah, good game by Mamelodi Sundowns.
For time though, because the ladies are coming out now. Let me go to Prastomi. Prastomi, 2-0 win. How do you feel about your win versus Gallants through to the final?
Uthi coach Unansega Ribeiro is overrated. I am wondering why coach is using the same brain to cross the road because go find moto. If he's using this brain to cross the road, go find moto. Otherwise, you know, first half, this game, it was a game of two houses.
Hey, Mara, you guys. Hey, Prastomi, are you worried about your coach at all?
What I'm worried about when OT is that he game we used, we first half, it was readable, Gallants. Londo yodlala le long ball phezu kwabantu ufuna uyodlala ngapha ya. Hence Imarume it was using offside trap and it was working very well. And you could tell in the game Umudiba was out. At some point you could see Alende was struggling in the game, too casual on the ball. But what I like, well, isikhathi sesihamba ebekwazi observe team so that they commit kuye a winners that ball and play. So it changes coaches azenzileyo namhlanje kwi-second half is they made a change bekhona because I cannot blame too much Mokwena in this game because Mokwena he was playing to me, but not that standard basis for him no Mvala, no kwela side Umudao. I think they had a great game amazing. Otherwise thina were through to the final okhutsa bayekeni bawela indlela ngale ngqondo nje bawuchaza mod.
I know, Prastomi. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody, we're now switching over to Mamelodi Sundowns versus FC Masar in the Women's CAF Champions League. We are starting with the second half right now, so I would like, man, to get some gameplay analysis from Austara.
Oh, to you guys.
We pick the guy, Austara.
We're really busy getting some too, so hey, I had to take time out.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
What do you say, Kamo? What do you say? Oh, my parents are kitefing.
Hey, all the way. There's not even a question about it. I think Sundowns is doing the things, so why not? Baba Mbanse Banjadi Simba Chiefs. So yeah.
But
it's banter, guys. It's not personal.
What did you see from that first half?
I wish Steph had gone first because I've been out of the game for some time. But But yeah, I was thinking with the setup, I was happy Hakibona Ramalepe and Lamine have been pushed up front. But I just wondered for a backline because I saw Mbane is there with two that are, I don't know if it's okay to refer to them as new, but they're not the usual.
Yeah.
But I guess they've held up okay until Piseto considered that penalty. But otherwise, up front, I would say at this point, I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want them to pass because after Ramalepe couldn't finish that nice setup I to Khanye, I was like, Ramalepe, you could have passed. But then I think a few minutes later they passed, and I was like, why is that shooting? So I'm a bit conflicted there. I don't know up front if I want them to pass or just shoot because defending champs. But I think they'll come back. I think we'll get goals. We just need to finish. And yeah, before Biane gets a red card.
Before the red card
From
comes.
like
Before the
from
red
the
card.
first whistle, I was like, Biane is flooring people. But I guess also with Biane, she always stops at the yellow. So I hope today is not an exception. A yellow card is a must for her, but we hardly ever go up to red. So yeah, I hope over sharp they get their thing together. That defense was meant to struggle a bit because I think they're experimenting with a new setup.
With that new setup, Clara, they push. I just want to say they're pushing all these players forward, but it doesn't seem like the combination is there. It's almost like we don't know who's meant to be the lead player there.
Yeah. But I think with what's this? With time, they'll get it. Because one other thing that we always say about our forward players, particularly in the national team, we're always saying defensively they're not the best. Okay.
Yeah.
So if Dlamini and Ramalepe get their thing together in terms of attacking, we might have forward players that are good defensively. So I think they must just get their rhythm and then make it count. But with regards to them being a bit broken, you can see even who's this Bitumelo, Rabale. She's also a bit lost in the whole thing. We don't know. We can't see what she's meant to be doing. But now I think also Coach Jerry came into this thinking, they are rookies. Let me experiment and see how far I can push the ladies and what I can do. Obviously, tougher matches are coming up. Hopefully, we get out of what we consider weaker matches. Because, when you're a champ and you start thinking rookies are not that much of a challenge, then they surprise you. And we don't want a surprise that we are not getting out of the group. But yeah, I think they'll be fine. I see them coming back. I see them winning this match. How, I don't know. But I see them winning. And I see the experiment. I see the team benefiting from this experiment at a later stage when it comes. Because, when you're a champ, you're the team to beat. So you can't come up with the same setup. They've studied that setup.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
I was when we come back later, I'm gonna ask you about UWC because I was disappointed yesterday, but it's fine. Let me go to Steph. Finally, Steph.
It's me, but you can't pick on UWC. UWC,
Yes.
bad.
Steph. Steph, what do you say about this?
Team. I mean, I agree with Clara, honestly. It is a bit of like an experimentation type team, but I think Coach Jerry is doing more of like a marathon because one thing that's pretty important to remember, like our league just practically finished. So these girls have been playing like 29, 30 matches already, whereas the North African sides and Middle African sides only have the leagues like starting now. So they've only played like 8 or 9 matches. So they have much more fresh legs than our players do. So I think that's probably part of the reason why we have a bit of a strange like formation, like 3-5-2 is a little bit weird for Sundowns to be seeing.
Yeah.
But I think overall, it's not bad. Like our team's not playing bad. I think first half was all about getting a feel for Masar, seeing what they can do. And I think second half, they're going to come back, probably score 2 goals from Sundowns, and then we'll probably win this 2-1, most likely.
Steph, tell me about the midfield. Can we just let Rabale be Rabale? I need Rabale to be Rabale and the others. We know who the Beyonce of the team is. Can we let her be the Beyonce of the team and not try and... It seems like they're trying to give everybody like equal, I don't know how to put it, equal responsibility, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a bit overcrowded as well. Like it seems to be there's too many people there. I don't know how much that like playing the ball down from your right back to Ramalepe is working. I mean, Ramalepe is running up and down the field the entire time.
Yeah.
But they're not really getting that ball into Rabale at all. And so she's kind of having to be physical. And I mean, Bayana, she's going to take on anybody. But it's not like she's playing hard. It's just physically she's a lot stronger than the other players.
She's always late.
Yeah,
She's always late.
I mean, Yeah, it's just her. I guess we love her that way. But I don't think it's. I really don't think we're doing bad. Like I've even been sitting here trying to think what changes I would make to see where we can get some goals from, and I don't think I would make any changes just yet. Like I think they just need to settle. They just need to play their own game. I think they've been testing out Masar quite a bit in terms of like what works, what doesn't work, and I think the goals will come. But I can say today our shooting has been a little bit poor.
Just right now, I think.
Yeah, like we're struggling to get shots off. We're struggling to get crosses in. So I don't know if it's maybe tired legs or it's players that aren't necessarily used to it. But yeah, I think they just need to find themselves and come back stronger now.
Then the back three, Steph. I don't trust the back three.
Yeah,
I don't know how they played in the league. Yeah.
It's not really the usual side, to be honest. But then again, Sundowns isn't really contested in the league. So like they don't have to defend in a lot of games in the league. Because I mean, there isn't really a team besides for like UWC and maybe the top 5 that give them a run for their money in like defensively. So they don't really have practice defending like this. But also it's not their usual side. I mean, Juice doesn't normally play on the left. So like I'm not sure how this is going to work. But I mean, it's not like they haven't been bad, but they have been a little bit sloppy at times. And I think it's probably because they're just not used to playing with each other like that.
Okay. Now let's see what the second half has. Let me bring in Tuli.
Hey, Mr. OT.
How are you, my brother?
I am good, and yourself, man?
Ain't right. I'm off. You know, I'm off. I'll see you guys in 27. We're watching Women's Champions League. I don't have a team outside of Banyana Bastel. Nimnand.
I can't bafana.
What is first half?
Hey, first half, because if I look at the opponent, abadlala now. I think this is a winnable game. If you check the opponent. But the first half, I saw this team. Yeah, is it Egypt? Ne?
Yeah, Masar. Yeah, FC Masar. They come from Egypt. Yeah.
Yeah. They had more chances as compared to Sundowns. It feels like defense Sundowns. It's sort of disjointed. Yeah, because they had more chances from Sundowns side. We not much of a goal threat besides the chance etolo Ntombolo,
Oh, Ramalep.
Yeah, and it was futhi individual brilliance lapha. Yeah, I think indlela esingadlala ngayo with these guys. I think we should do what Ramalep. I think we should have learned from what Ramalep did. So badlalise ibhola lase South Africa. Because ubonile shy step over this person waphuma shona le, yabo. Which means ibhola liklaba confuse labantu la isingavele nje sibangena nje because right now sahluleka mfana.
Mari ibuya le ndaba long ball. Ibuya le ndaba long ball because even now I saw them playing long ball and Tina Striley, Ibanyana style putting the ball down, playing the ball, building up. Yazi kamnandi. Ibuya le ndaba long ball or is it Mangoba also that side?
Oh yeah, I remember yesterday he said they try to bedlale
first team.
Yeah, but they're not doing a long ball as much as UWC was doing, because you see they're trying to play and then here and there yakamugi long ball. It's not as much as Ilokunjan, as much as UWC is. But the way Ilokunjan idlala ngakhona ngifuna ukungena kuBiyani. uBiyani ngiyasaba la angasatholi i-red card yabo. uBiyani she's good but umzimba wakhe with disadvantage because she's always late kuma-tackles yabo.
Dala sintshela ngoBiyani.
Kuqala ilokhunjani first half there's i-tackle ayishayile ngathi hawe inkosi yami. Yabona usekwi-age manje na. Anything she does yabo usedlala restricted. Yeah, but hopefully bazokhona ukubuya because even a penalty, Mr. Uti, I think it was inexperience, if I may say, because the player Ilokunjana bibheke towards the corner. There was no need for Ilokunjana to defend with him. And you know, I'm not Africans. Ngathi adrilliwe kulento leyo Lokunjana yokulera ama fouls. If you did watch the game in as far they were just getting penalties after penalties, red cards, and so forth, because they are good at luring the opponent to armor fouls, North African teams.
Okay.
So hopefully maybe local Sundowns will grow into the tournament. But so far, I don't see any team as the TP Mazembe team. Hopefully maybe they will grow within the tournament itself. Yeah.
No, truly. Let's see what happens with the rest. Let's see what happens with the rest of this half. Okay, so we were watching both games. I was watching both games, and the one thing that I've picked up is that Mamelodi Sundowns ladies is not as fluid as normal. So Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, like I always say, they're technical. They know how to play the ball. But for the most part in this game, we haven't seen them play the ball. They're waiting so much to try get Daweti to get her free. So the moment that they get the ball, they try and play that long pass, trying to get her behind the defense. And it's not working because the defense is watching you run and they're watching you get into the position. So instead of putting it down and maybe allowing Urabale to be a 10, proper 10, let her play the role that she used to play right behind the defense, then you'd see a little bit of something. I think the formation, as it is on paper, it's a 3-1-2-2-2. So it's 4 players and then 2 across, with Ramalipe and Dlamini being the wider of those 6 players, which is interesting because I'm used to it being maybe a 5 more than it is a 2 or a 3 at the back. It would be a 5 at the back with them coming back, but when they break, they'd go wide and play the ball wide. If you think about where Ramalipe usually picks up the ball, it's Boma halfway line, right? That's where she normally gets that ball when they start building properly, and then they go in. So it's very interesting, but I will be fair. The last time I watched this Banyana team properly, this Banyana style team properly, was when we had Abo Tolagele, who's been injured, Tolagele up front. You had Morifi. You had some players that played the ball a lot more. So let's see what they're going to do here in this second half. I don't think Masar is a strong team. They just know they're just overloaded. So they've gotten their goal. They're sitting back. They're trying to be defensive. But in the first half, they sort of realized that that Sundowns ladies team was defending with 3 players. And those 3 players were not communicating or talking. That's another thing. So this is where I'm a little bit... I'm disappointed, guys. Pella, this is my team for the women's side. I'm disappointed. I think also the disappointment from yesterday with UWC sort of hit me. But maybe it is a new system that they're trying out. But also, besides the new system, we all know that Mamelodi Sundowns, all their teams mirror the first team. So maybe these long balls and this type of play is something that's coming from the changes that have been made by Coach Mangoba in the men's team too. The women's team that I know when Rulani was still here was a very chameleon-based team. But as Steph is saying there, they don't usually concede and they don't usually have to come from behind because they dominate the league. I think they've got a kind of their goal difference. Was the goal difference 100 this year? I'm not sure, but yeah, it is. Let's see. Let's see how they're going to play this one. It's on channel 199. Channel 199. That's where this game is playing. So you can just put it on there. We are going to be watching all the Mamelodi Sundowns ladies and also the UWC games. Those are the games we're going to be tracking. But the normal show is Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. We're going to review what we saw at Sundowns tomorrow, the game versus Gallants, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Mkol, welcome. Let's focus on our ladies team. We'll win this match. Biana will get a red card here. We also don't have to come back from goal down. I'm not happy that it's a ref. Hey, Malume Kut's always looking out for ref. Can you have shoes? We may need Magia now. Ref is not protecting us. We're also disappointed, but we'll come back. Finally, a corner. Okay, so we've got a corner that went out. Man. I need Witimelo to stand up, man. I need Witimelo to give us those performances. Kind she was player of the tournament last time. Last tournament, she was player of the tournament. Rabale. Boitumelo. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ah. Mara. Not like this. Not like this. Ah, Jariete. Jariete. This now makes it the second miss that we've had from inside. From inside the box. Second miss.
Ah, wa bafana man. Oh, what?
From a J channel 199. Channel 199, and I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe it's going to be on Supersport. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can somebody talk at the back? Can we please talk? Do you know how many times in the first half we had that movement where 3 players are on the one side and there's a person running free on the other side? How many times are we gonna see that? 62 minutes in, guys. 62 minutes in. Add 45 to whatever my timer says, and you'll have the time. No, man. Oh, Nkosiami. Like, this Masar team is not dangerous, but on the counters, they know exactly where to go because we're not talking. We are not talking. I love Ujus, but these are some of the things that happen at Banyana. Look. Look at the far post. Look at the far post. Watch the far post. Yeah, thank you. Mararev. Jay getting ready. I hope to come in. Khariete Mar. Arija. And maybe that's how we should approach the game. If you see what happened there, we played the ball up all the way to the box, and they just couldn't deal with the type of passes that we were playing. So I think maybe now it's time to play the ball through the middle and give everybody a touch of the ball so that when you get there, that individual brilliance, it's the second time now where individual brilliance gave us a little bit of something there in the box. Nazo, relax, don't cross it. You don't have to cross it. You don't have to cross it. Why are we in such a rush? Why are we in such a rush? Tandy has been frustrated. Taram Tandy is playing in the midfield with Rabale. I just feel like maybe she should go to 6. 2 6s, Sabian and Tandy as the 6s, bring Damini or Ramalipe back to make it a 4, and then just play simple football, guys. Just play simple football. Rabale 10, Khariete Daweti in front of her, Ramalipe maybe coming up. You could even push her up to the right wing. Mara. Oh. Mali and Mokwena off for Rabal. Rabal is coming off. Interesting. Oh, Biana, obviously, you had to take out Biana. That's a red card waiting to happen. We all know that's a red card waiting to happen. Yeah, Steph, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. But maybe the idea is to maybe make it a little bit simple there in the midfield. Need an injection of pace. I don't think pace is the problem, Musa. I don't think pace is the problem here. I think it's our inability to play the ball. And we're rushing. We're rushing to try play these passes. Last night we watched, well, yesterday we watched UWC pretty much doing the same thing, rushing to play these Hollywood passes. And they look so much better when they put the ball down. So can we put the ball down and just, Lamini must come in and play a position, says Tandega. We're late on the second ball. It shouldn't be a first ball, guys. This is not a first ball team, in my eyes. And you have to worry. You have to wonder about this Masar team because they're waiting for that counter attack. Plus, they've got a goal. They don't need to do much here. Look. Ungamshaya ngebhola. Lithunge. There we go. Another thing Dlamini brings to the team is leadership and communication. But Busija's the one who usually plays, if I'm not mistaken. Mara, it's also what I'm hearing from Stephen Clara was that this is like a new system that this is not a system that they normally play. So maybe it's also the growing pains of that you just finished the season, maybe playing a certain way. You're playing a different way to, I don't know, help with the legs, tired legs, maybe help with the fatigue, do something different. Maybe that's what's coming into play in this game because they don't look comfortable. I understand maybe being outplayed or not seeing or chasing ghosts on the pitch because the other team is so good, but I'm not used to them unable to play the ball. That's what's scaring me here, or not being confident on the ball, or not, finding that extra pass. They've been very isolated. For all of the players that are meant to be up front in Coach Jerry's system right now, with the overload of the midfield, you can't find support. There's no support anywhere. No one's opening up. The moment Dlamini wins it on the wing, she's alone. She has to now take it alone and try some weird cross or shot or something instead of having somebody to at least play it back to recycle that ball. So that's what's shocking me. Harrieta's positioning at times as well. You can tell that she's not like a full-on striker like that. Maybe she should be false nining or something, giving Taweti space. Play it inside. Play it inside. You've got a player right there. Oh, Nkosiami. Mali came on now. Mali, who came on now, is only 22. Wow. Tanaja says, Coach Jerry is also frustrated. The Sa Bible. Musa says, we have not troubled the keeper so far. Not really. We've had 2 clear chances where we should have scored. Look. To who? Why? The support. Oh, we've lost the ball again. Here they come. Masar's looking for this counter. Is this long ball situation? Yeah, played back to her. She's right. Open up. Switch. See, alone. To who? Why do we have this fantasy of crossing the ball? UWC did it yesterday as well. They have this fantasy of playing like this perfect cross, but it never gets past the defender it's meant to get past. So why do we keep going wide like this? I don't understand. Ramalipe had so much joy inside, but they're not going inside. Tandaga saying something is off. Yeah, no, Con into off, man. Con into off. Okay. Cut back. That's chance number 3. Good defending, but that's chance number 3. Okay, let's see. Here we go. See, Masar's looking to they're trying to overload those. They play it. Support, support, support. Oh, wait. Oh, David, why did you have to put so much on that pass? Look at that runner. Look at the runner. Look at the runner. Yeah, yeah. Keep it central. Keep it central. Yeah, you don't have to go too far. There we go. Yes! This is not a Sundowns we know, says Steph. Clara says Lamilis jump. Daweti leave us. She's got no shooting boots today. Is this AstroTurf? The ball is very bouncy. Probably. Sipo F says we are wasteful and we can't pass. And we're creating chances. I'm not sure. I think it's half and half. Not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. Why is this not a league game? Are you saying it because they dominate the league games? Champions League. The big girls. They're gonna waste time now. "74 minutes in. Oh, Godfrey Sapula, Bukati. Bukati. Oh, man. He just got his CAF A license. FCM really cramping or are they trying? No, Musa, this is wasting time. This is a time wasting tactic. They're trying to see out this 1-0. Because they're not even really attacking us anymore, if we're being honest. Center. Danko. There we go. There we go. Ah. Trepapolo. Gavin. Trepapolo. Killing the momentum. Steph says Magia finally. 75 minutes in to this game. Still 1-0 that FC Masar is leading with. It's still 1-0. Let's see. Barole. It's that time now. It's that time. We know this. We know this North African thing. We know it. That's what they do. I just wish Coach Jerry would just have them play, have the ladies play with a little bit more pace. There's a run. Oh, Taweti. Ay, 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 ay. Today is not a game. It is not her game at all. Guys, we've got Lamini, Makrubechi, Hatebe, Mashiko Machia, Makulula, Mali Khasa, Homukwen, and Timan. They've made some changes already, but yo, up there at the front, ay, ay, Taweti. Not like this. Ay, not like this. No fundo. Ay, 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 ay. That's now been 4 chances. 4 clear-cut chances. They don't want to win this game, eh? Musa says the goal is coming. They don't want to win this game. They're over this game. Man. 77 minutes in. Let's see what we have. It is still 1-0 to FC Masar. They're still leading. Feel free to jump in, guys. If you want to jump in and tell me what you think of the game, we can go for it. Bottom of your screen, the button that says multi-guest. You just have to be following me. I'm worried. I'm worried because that FAR team, that AS FAR team, they look fluid, man. And they're playing. They are playing. I'm scared of that team. The game is taking energy from our win in calling. Lebza. AS FAR is playing, man. Honestly, that's who we're looking at. To who though? To who though? Guys, is it a thing that the South African teams have been told that when you play the ball up, you have to play it down the center? Is that something that they've been told? Like, is that something? Because I'm seeing the same patterns from the UWC game where there's an open person standing right next to you, but you're trying so hard to play this ball down the middle. Is it something that was, I don't know, did the teams have a meeting before leaving? These teams are going to score. This team's going to score. This Masar team is going to score. Okay. Hopefully this is not... Counter. Nazo. Nazo. Machia. Oh, Machia. I don't have words no more. This experiment has failed, says Steph. I'm finding it tough to find the words here. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. Because there was a point where they were trying to find the byline on the left-hand side with Lamini getting the ball a lot. But, And the sad part is that it's not like we haven't had chances. That's the other problem. We've had plenty of chances. Great chances. I think they underestimated this team and now they don't have the legs to recover. Yeah. I think I'm more sad about the play. It's not the loss that sucked. It's not the loss. It's the play. It's the play. I have high respect for this team. High respect for this team. Hey, number 11. That's who I'm afraid of at the counter because she plays the ball so well. Oh, there's the pennon. It also sucks to lose 1-0 by a penalty, eh? But in the second half, the team has more energy than the first half. No, that's true. That's true. The effort was there. The effort was there. They did get up and play a lot more. Mara. See, there's that ball. Like, you don't have to cross it, Ramalipe. You don't have to cross it. They're rushing, man. And Tuli says North Africans and time-wasting tactics. I don't mind them, eh? I don't mind the dark arts, if I'm 100% honest with you. I don't feel bad about it like that. I'm not that type of person. For me, you've got your one goal. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Win it, win it, win it. Danko. And then what? Honestly, guys, what is this long ball, guys? There were two open options there. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. I know, it's not our day, eh? It's not our day. It's not our day. Chance after chance after chance. I guess, come on, who said it? This is just going to be one of those games. This is going to be one of those games. Best chance of the game. I don't even think, Steph, if Ramalipe had scored that goal of hers, if Taweti had scored any of the chances that she got, maybe we're singing a different tune here. Can't lose to an Egyptian team. Newcomers. We finally touched the net. Ball. Yo. Now we're not scoring today. Steph, we're not scoring today. It's done. If after all those goal scrambles, there's nothing that came from it, it's done. No way. Here we go. Ramalipe. Byline again. I'd love to see Ramalipe invert a little bit, man. I know, Coninto off.
ziyakhala and ziku-loudspeaker and hayi khona into off. Hayi no khona into off. Hayi ziyakhala ke manje. Hayi ziyakhala ke manje.
Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. Mara.
I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm trying to figure out the formation. I'm lost.
Okay, let's see. Play it. Oh, ref. Ooh. I don't think Sundowns have had to work this hard this year. Wait. I had the table here. I had the table here. Wait. Hollywood bets. Another one, a hard table to find. Standings. How many Sundowns scored? 107 goals this year. They conceded just 12 for a goal difference of 95. The second closest is 38 goals away. So maybe it is one of those things where they go, you know what, guys, it is what it is. Maybe, because they didn't work so hard throughout the season, they thought they could coast through this. Funny enough, one loss. A young Rulani season. Only chance we had is the interplay inside the box. Long crosses don't work for anyone. We're short. They trusted our weight. There's only one person that I've seen so far from the two teams, the two South African teams, and I didn't know her before this. Steph was the one who highlighted her. I trust Donnelly with these type of balls. Utaweti, I'm not quite sure. I miss Ivory Coast CAF Women's League. No, that was a cakewalk. That was easy. We cut through that thing so nicely. But I guess it's a good thing if the competition's getting better. So if the competition's getting better, you can always say that it's a good thing. It's always a positive. People says too many stoppages. Yeah, that's how it is. Africa, boy. You know when Sundowns, yes, people, when Sundowns goes to go play Africa, you know what's waiting for you. Again with the long ball. Why are you putting yourself into 50-50 situations? Ish. Nicole says Man United winning. I'm sorry, this is not a Man United show. Please, Nicole, please. How rude of you. Get it? 90 minutes. There's 5 minutes to be added onto this game. Let's see what's going to happen. If we can at least get a draw, man. We can't lose to the rookies like that. Alright, guys. I'm getting anxious. I want a goal, guys. Okay, crossing. Yes. Did you see her body language? Liana, she knew that no, today is not the day. Today is not the day for us. We just need to go and recoup. Makubela there, firing over. Today is not the day. Ay, 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 ay. We've got 2 minutes to try and rescue this game, or rescue a point. Look at Coach Jerry. Coach Jerry is going to give that Netflix speech again. Nazo, we got it back. Put it down. Just put it down. Chiga, 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 chiga. We're going to see none of them on TikTok tonight. They're all grounded after this game. Juice must go live so we can question her about today. We must talk to Juice. Hey, Machia. Hey, Machia. They love putting themselves in. It's so frustrating, Tuli. It's so frustrating. Also, this thing of running into traffic. Why do you keep running into traffic? Instead of just playing the ball to it. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's happening. Why is the Masar coach in the stands? Yes, play it back to her, play it back to her. Thank you. Last kick of the game, more than likely. Lie down, girl. It's done. Lie down. That's fine. You take the first game, I guess. We'll see if we can rebound in the second game. This should be the last kick of the game, though. Well, but it's lit. They're all grounded. What a wow. Oh, by the way, guys, fun fact, I crossed 80,000 today. So I've got 80K followers on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for your support. Today's just not the day, says SBK. There was no communication. The Proteas are getting cooked too. It's a bad day, says Uko. Let me go to the Springboks as well. Hi, game over. Next two teams are going to get a serious beating. I hope so. They need to show us something. Okay, guys. That was the Banyana style game. 1-0 loss to the newcomers to the tournament. Guys. Interesting game. Interesting game. I think whatever experiment has been done here needs to stop. No more experiments with the coach Jerry. For some reason, we find ourselves so far apart. We couldn't play the ball. We were favoring playing up the wings, and not necessarily in the wings in order to look for a comeback, to a cutback, or to cut inside. It was to play crosses, and the crosses, I didn't understand what the crosses were for. Yeah, that's what it means. Imagine beating the Champions League, the holders of the Champions League in your first time out. Flag. Do they know it's the first game? So yeah, very interesting. We had our chances though, I'm not going to lie. Mamelodi Sundowns did have a lot of chances in this game. A lot of great 1v1 chances that we kept ballooning over or hitting to the side. Hey. So I'm not going to say it's all bad. I'm not going to say it's all bad. I'm not going to say that we were necessarily outplayed. All I'll say is that in the next game, they need to take their chances. They need to take their chances. You need to come out and play because Masar wasn't as dangerous as the score may make it out to look. They were defending most of that game, right? They were in their own half. We were winning the ball back from them, but then Malume Kutso was Lamine on the bench. Malume Kutso for a club, Busija's the starter more than most of the time. Busija's the starter. But anyway, guys, let me end it here. No communication of whatsoever. No more experiments as no fundo. Guys, I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Obviously, we watched Mamelodi Sundowns men's team beat Gallants 2-0. And then now we've watched the ladies team lose 1-0. Please follow if you have not followed. We're going to follow if Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, Banyana, Bafana, Banyana Style, and UWC. We're going to be here watching those games together. The normal show is Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. And then, of course, if there's a watch along, you'll find me watching at that time. Should it be a good time? But thank you guys so much for joining me. We're going to cover these things. And unfortunately, a loss for both of our teams there. UWC losing yesterday to TP Mazembe, and then today Mamelodi Sundowns going down to Masar, FC Masar from Egypt. Guys, it's been amazing. I'll see you then tomorrow. I believe there's a game at 3, but I'll have to check. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Bye, everyone. Kalibona lishai, man.